one of my live hangouts. First of all, again, huge apologies for completely all my fault. I pressed a button by mistake and it went live, and of course it wasn't supposed to. It was about 1:45 and I tried to end it and I didn't know that that would end it completely. So of course when 10 o'clock come, I was pressing go live and of course it wouldn't. But there you go, lesson learned, and at least I know for the future. But obviously the main reason for me doing this, and I know every YouTuber pretty much says things like this, especially the ones I watch, but I think it's because we all genuinely do mean it. And I really do mean it as well. I mean, I can't believe that I didn't even realise. I was just checking my statistics, my analytics rather, on the YouTube channel, and unbelievably that I'd hit a million views, which is crazy. I couldn't as I say, thanks David for letting me know everything's working fine. I couldn't even believe that that had happened, and so I wanted to do Washbrook Show Bonjour Perfect Robotimus is in. I wanted to do something like this because the last one was so much fun. It gives me, well, it gives us a great opportunity to just sit down and have a chat, to be honest. I've got a few figures behind me which people have specifically asked to see, which is obviously good because I can just show them. I haven't got the list with me, I've just lost it. Typically it looks a bit blurred, but I'm too scared to clean the camera. But as long as you can hear me okay, as long as the connection is okay. And again, yes, for those of you who don't know or you're new to the channel, I am way behind the times with technology, so I'm recording on a phone here and I'm going through the questions or what people are saying in the chat via my iPad here. But again, just I suppose that's a brilliant example of thank you ever so much. Adam's in as well, which is perfect. This is something that I never dreamt myself doing. So now I need to start taking it a bit more seriously. I am seriously saving up for a laptop and things like that. TF Fan Geek is in, brilliant. TF Blitz is in, brilliant. HYP is in. Yeah, it is all still working, and there's loads of you in the chat already, which is fine. Adam's great. Adam's in, which is brilliant. Prince Flight, congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, again, funnily enough, I might ask you some questions as well, because I don't know. There's some of the number 14 now. Yeah, that's it. 15. It's going to go up. It'll go up to maybe 20 plus. I don't really know. Congrats on 1 million views. Yeah, didn't even realise it had happened. That's how bad it is. I suppose if I'm being honest, I'm just really busy. I'm a really busy person. For the people who don't know me on a personal level here, father of 3 now, 43 years old, father of 3. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, the youngest is nearly 5 months, so crazy times. Always busy. My day job is a personal trainer, so obviously that means that I tend to work anti-social hours because most people are working in the day. So yeah, I'm always busy, but I've managed to get this as part of my normal daily routine. I think being a PT, and I think it's given me the discipline being able to do this. So for me, it's not a chore anymore. It never was a chore, to be fair. It's not. That's the wrong word. Obviously, when I started the channel, it was lockdown. So, you're 50, are you, Prince? Prince, you have got me beat, definitely. I think what I'm trying to say is, obviously, when I started the channel, it was lockdown. So I was sat at home, and it was easy for me to go and do a video. And I just started doing them once a day. It was something I was doing with my eldest, who was 7 on Tuesday, funnily enough. And it was just something fun that we just started to do. We just put one up on a daily basis, and it just became our thing. And then it just grew from that. It just grew from people who are in the chat now, people who aren't in the chat, who maybe join later on. It just grew, and then of course we came out of lockdown, and again, with me being a PT, I wasn't back to full strength or full capacity, shall we say, because people were slowly coming back. People were just I suppose, here we go. Am I going to TF Country? I would love to go to a America-based one soon, but as I said, I've got a 5-month-old daughter, so at the moment all travel for me is just off at the moment, and that's just because Daz is on, brilliant, and that's just because I just need to be at home for a bit more, that's all. I'm definitely going to do some in the future though, 100% going to be doing them. Anyway, I was just saying, I'll just finish off my mini story. So of course I've just managed to get it into my daily routine. I managed to do a video no matter what. I'm really lucky, and that's why I use primitive things. I did go to TF Nation. It was my first experience at TF Nation, and it was fantastic. It was really good. I wished I'd have done more. I was a bit overwhelmed, shall we say. I think that's the best thing to say. it was the biggest event that I've seen with regards to Transformers anyway. And I think the first part, the kind of becoming a parent, I've got 3 TF Fan Geek, thanks. And I was just, because there was so many people to see, so many people to meet, and it just went so fast. And I wished I'd got more videos, I wished I'd done more things. But yeah, I've got a, again, thanks. Yeah, what's the word I'm after? But I've already got 2 to look forward to next year, maybe even 3, because TF Nation are going to do a mini con, or a mini version in Manchester, round about March, which is my birthday, so that's perfect timing. And then of course there's the TF Con again, that's going to be their second event. 3 kids to keep out of a toy room. They're all right, actually. They come in and they're fine. Ben's, I did see both of them. I saw both. Oh, Milton Keynes is just down the road. Yes, I did. I've met Ben a couple of times now, and I'm surprised you've not seen the story about Thew. For some reason, I thought Thew was American. I don't know why I did. I think it's because of his Thunderclash video that I've seen a couple of times, and I just got the sense from him that he was American. He was I don't know. It's not a good or it's not a nothing thing. It's just that I thought he was genuinely American. So when I was speaking to him, I was like, "Oh, you're over here again," and he's looking at me a little puzzled, which he's completely entitled to do because he's thinking, "What's he talking about?" But yeah, he's British, and I've met him a couple of times, and he even commented on me. I'm just getting a seat for me to sit on. Yeah, he put a comment to the fact that I did say that. I did say it was. I thought he was American, so that was quite funny as well. So I've got some figures behind me. We're going to be chatting about them in a second because I want to know people's opinions as well. I want to know people's opinions on what they're thinking of Legacy as well, because Legacy for me was, oh, Rudy Zoo's popped in, which is brilliant. That's great, Rudy. Thank you ever so much for just popping in. You didn't need... Rudy's one of the people, to be fair. Rudy is one of the people who just helped this channel grow from just, again, a bit of fun we were doing at lockdown. For those of you who don't know, there's a couple of videos on here, and in fact, check out his channel because his channel's amazing. He did this thing called... there's going to be loads of questions coming in now. He did things called Bots at Home, which was an online convention, and that's pretty much how I sort of started, because I just... He invited me on, I did a video for him, and then it just started to grow from there. Right, let's have a look at this. It would be great. Yeah, it would be fantastic. Next year I'm doing my own Megatron stop motion instructions video. That would be brilliant. Yeah, definitely post it on here. Post it on here then, 1984, and I can share it with... In fact, I can share it in my news things, my What's Happening Wednesday or my Transformer Facts Friday. Do I watch other YouTube creators? If I'm being honest, I don't get as much time as I used to. I used to watch Collector 74. Is he 74 Collector? No, he's not. The Collector 75 rather, of course he is. I used to watch him quite a bit because he was the only British guy I knew with the Japanese figures. I watched a little bit of Patriot Primes, Collector 75, Patriot Primes, Kato's and all that during, yeah, Graham. I've met Graham in person during lockdown, but with regards to now, I watch Ultra Marcus's stop motion, which is brilliant. But I don't get that much time anymore, unfortunately, to watch many at all. I would like to watch more, but I don't get time, to be fair. HY Purling, is that a room where all your stuff is, or do you have things around the house as well? So what I'm quite lucky at, this part that I'm sitting in now is classed as a study, but obviously there's no desk, there's no thing, and then this is classed as a bedroom. So that's the way this is set up. So this is classed as a study, and then that's classed as a bedroom, but they're all just in here, apart from I've got stuff in the attic and I've got stuff in the garage. But yeah, that's a hyperlink. Oh, there we go. Oh, of course it is. Very clever. Of course it didn't even see that. See, didn't even see that. What's this? Wow, why has he done that? Thank you ever so much. Wow, thanks. I didn't expect that at all. Wow, thank you ever so much, Princeton Felix. Yeah, so I have to keep most of my Transformers figures inside storage bins due to lack of space. That's unfortunately the way I'm going now, but I'm quite lucky that I've got loads of here we go, I've got loads of sealed movie figures which I don't need sealed. I've got some loose ones, so I'm going to be selling, and I am selling most of the sealed ones off to create more space. Bedroom equals mini museum, very nice. I got your name. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love all these names. Everybody's got these really clever names on it that yeah, it's super clever. I'm loving it. It's quite funny, people realise what mine is as well. And they, do you know what, this will make you laugh, this is a true story. I'll answer that in 2 seconds, Princeton. The amount of messages I get on my Instagram about normal toys is crazy, because they think I'm Toys R Us, and I'm not Toys R Us, obviously. I am, but it's Brandon's the one who's buying all my movie figures. So Princeton, in answer to your question, I started collecting properly as an adult in the early 2000s. Yeah, so I just started very early 2000s buying like an Optimus Prime, G1 of course, or G1, buying Optimus Prime, buying Starscream, all that sort of stuff. And not say all that sort of stuff, just 2 or 3 of them. And then I've told this story loads, but it's just so true. And I think that lots of people can relate to this. So I started, first and foremost, it was buying the figures that I had when I was a kid for nostalgic reasons, because I loved them. Then the second thing was starting to buy figures that, that I didn't have as a kid, that for one reason or another, that it could have been, couldn't afford it, just didn't have. And again, because as a kid, you shouldn't always have everything that you want, obviously not. So then I started buying them. And then because I live in the UK, maybe unbeknownst to you, you might not know, I'm not too sure, but in the UK, there was loads of things that we couldn't get. It was called the Curse of the UK. So off the top of my head, Triptychon, Blaster, either of the clones, Swoop, Constructicons, most of the Pretenders, Blasters cassettes. That's just off the top of my head. They weren't released in the UK at all. For whatever, Omega Supreme, for whatever reason, they were not released in the UK. So then it was a case of, I'm going to buy them. And then after that, it was just like, well, I've got all these, I might as well just keep buying more and more and more. And this is why when people ask, and I'm dead honest, I don't know anything about, I think it's even called the Unicron trilogy. So Armada, Cybertron, and I don't even know what the other one will be, but I completely missed that. I was just starting to buy G1. I wasn't watching cartoons. I was in my early 20s, so I was going out and just doing things, as I say, that, but just picking up a few figures here and there. And then, as I say, when I saw MP1 was the one, I know, yeah, that's it. That's it, Armada, Energon and Cybertron. Yeah, there it is. We do at the moment, obviously, Princeton, this never used to be the case. It never used to be the case at all. And Daz, who's on here, any of the UK guys who are on here now, and you're in the chat, because there's loads of you now, about 25, perfect, brilliant. We didn't get stuff, we didn't get it at all, for whatever reason it was, I don't know. And then it was when I started collecting the new ones, Washbrook Show, we got one, there you go. When I started buying like the newer stuff, the Generations was the first sort of toy line that I started buying of the newer figures. Now, Generations went straight into Fall of Cybertron, and Fall of Cybertron we couldn't get Ruination, which funnily enough, I'm trying to do a video on right here. We didn't get that whole of that wave. We didn't get the whole of that wave at all. So that was something that we missed. Then when it came to Combiner Wars, we didn't get the wave 2, which was of course Menasor. We didn't get wave 4, which was Bruticus. They just missed things out. I don't even know why they just did that. So it's just complete roles reversed at the moment. We just seem to be getting figures. There's a shop, again, I do all the shorts on it, called Smiths, and which I appreciate more. Do you know what? There's obviously, there's a great question, but the thing is, I'm always going to appreciate the vintage because there's so much nostalgia tied down to it, and they're just so clever for how old they are, for what they can do. I love them. However, what I do, no, we couldn't get Shockwave either. That's another one, unless it was an imported MB boxed one. Danny, thanks for helping out there as well. What's the word I was after? Oh yeah, but of course the new ones, some of them, this is what I want to talk about. Menasor, to be honest, or Motormaster, shall we say. And I've only obviously got Drag Strip, but I know that this guy's an expensive figure, and I know he is, but the engineering in Motormaster for me, it's blown my mind. It's absolutely blown my mind how good it is, how intricate it is, how clever it is. The transformation process is both ways, so from cab to robot, and then from robot to chess piece. There's just everything tucked away, little nooks and crannies, things fold out the way, things have got double hinges, things have got... This particular figure for me was an absolute joy. It was just so much fun to review, just to play with, just to again have a play with. That's why I broke it down into so many different videos, because No, he wasn't either. That's it. He wasn't either. That's true. Sick shot. He wasn't available in the UK. Yeah, that's it. He definitely didn't. Yeah, so with the new figures, they just blow my mind, and I say this a lot on this video as well. I really I get to play with the new figures now, because this might make you laugh, but it's totally true. A lot of the videos that I do on things like these, on the Thrilling 30 ones that I just brought and just put on a shelf, I was one of these. I hold my hands up. I'm guilty of being one of them collectors that just buys figures, and in some cases didn't even if I opened them and I displayed them, I wouldn't even transform them. I just open them and I put them on a shelf. So it's brilliant for me now, because I get to open them and I get to play with them. I mean, and of course I've run out of space, so that's a good thing. I remember when they first came out, Shockwave was my first transformer, of course. I really wanted Shockwave so much. That's probably true, TF Fan Geek, but for your prices are way lower than ours. Motormaster in Smiths is £105, and it's what, 131 to the dollar at the moment. So there you go. It's about $145 for Motormaster at the moment. The deluxes are about £25, so that's $34 or something. So even though we're getting the figures, we still get we get 20% VAT on everything for a start. So I think in America it's different. It depends on your state, which state you live in, depends on the tax that you pay. But in the UK it's 20%. So our prices are huge, and that's why it's made. Yeah, that's it. And that's why it's made it less. It's made it pointless. Funnily enough, I mean, I'm so glad that Smiths do and are stocking the figures, because it's just made them so much. It's just made it really hard to get figures and get them imported from anywhere, because the prices are crazy. I completely agree with the hobby hitting the wallet hard. I think you guys, whether you agree or not, I totally think that this has been, and whether or not it's because I'm directly involved, I don't know. It's definitely the craziest I've ever known it, because if you think in the last 3 months, just only 3 months, so we had the Wreckers special set, which was crazy. We had Wave 2 appear, which was crazy. We had Velocitron, and we now know that we're going to get Wave 3 of Legacy very soon, and we're also going to get just a load more. Some of the yellowing, now at the moment I seem to be quite lucky with the yellowing. My Motormaster, which I've had a good look over, I've got no things on that at all. I love that hyperlink, it's class. Now I can see it with my own eyes. I love it, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's just, again, it's nuts. I'm doing all these videos constantly, which again I love doing. I think it's funny just to jump on, because most of them I'm at work and I'm just in the office upstairs, and I've just found a page and just said, oh, look what has been released. Like obviously the new Raiden, the Masterpiece line, that's something that I left behind. I'm looking at my Masterpiece shelf over there, and I don't know, I always get these mixed up. Whoever was the last figure, whether it was either the Datsuns or it was the Sideswipe and Red Alert, they were the last ones that I brought. But then I've recently brought Skids, and the only reason I brought Skids was because it was in anticipation for this guy. This guy again is just ridiculously good. Yeah, David, I mean, how cool is that hyperlink name? It's amazing. Yeah, Shattered Glass Starscream, I'm quite lucky. Mine's over. I'm going to say that now. Let's have a quick look. I can grab him from here. Now that you've said that, you are correct. Him in the bicep joint. Didn't even notice that. In the bicep joint of mine's yellowed as well, so. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's the first time I've just checked that. Datsuns, thank you, Adam, very much. So, yeah, so going back to what I was saying, I stopped buying the Masterpiece because they just, again, went too expensive for what I could afford at the time. But then as soon as I found out about Raiden, I thought I've got to, because the transformations are crazy. Like I put in the video, like when I did my review of this guy, I did my review of him and I was so honest. Princeton, no, I don't. It's only Hasbro. It's Hasbro and Takara. I say only Hasbro and Takara. There's a couple which I didn't realise were third party, like the Just It Toys, World's Smallest Dinobots. They're not official Takara, but with regards to everything else, yeah, it's all proper ones. But yes, David, I mean, he is phenomenal. So, and for those of you who don't know, and if you've not seen the review, I'm not telling you to go and watch the review. I'm just saying that to get this to a robot is 72 steps. It's again, mind-blowing. It's, if I turn it around, yeah, you can tell there's his chest piece. That's about it. That's all you can tell. There's his chest piece. The rest of it is just so, it's just tucked away. It's intricate. It's beautiful. It's, yeah, 72 steps. It's just ridiculous. And I still haven't got around to doing the transformation process. I know people like to see it, but I just can't get it done in under 10 minutes at the moment. So thanks very much, Retro Action. Because here it does, it looks like it's got the same die. Some of this is die cast as well, because you can tell by the weight. And again, it's huge. Look, it's not small. I know it's not. Yes, they do. They connect via, there's a tab here at the back where you can connect to them. They can all go in a line. So yeah, it's just nuts. And again, Raiden's going to be out. I mean, at least I think I'm pleased with what Hasbro, well, Takara have done. Obviously, they're giving us one every 4 months, aren't they? Whereas obviously, nothing again. Adam, I'm going to come and see your Moon Studios ones at some point, definitely, because they look brilliant, and they're much bigger. I know they're much bigger. But these crazy stuff. I do mostly Hasbro, but I do have a few. I love that figure. It's only third party. That, to be fair, just Princeton, that would be exactly what I'd be. That's probably the only one that I'd buy. Although at the moment I'm very tempted with the Make Toys Metroplex. I've been chatting to the guy who's making that, actually. I've been trying to do a video on that. I've been chatting literally to the guy who's making it, and it's just phenomenal as well. The only problem is he's not going to be shipping to the UK. That's why I've been chatting to him. So don't know what I'm going to do about that. But the other thing as well is the Fans Toys, obviously, Fortress Maximus. That's another one that's got me super tempted at the moment. Super tempted. So I don't know. We'll see, maybe. But the main reason why I don't venture into third party is, as I'm sure you can tell by behind you and what you've seen on my videos, is I'm a bit of a completionist, and I can't really have that. Make Toys, he reckons he's going to get it done for under $1,000, and he reckons it's going to be shipped. This is, again, I'm supposed to be doing a video on this, so I suppose I'm giving you just some information that you do know or don't know. I'm not too sure. That's correct. Yeah, that's the giant Metroplex. They're calling him Davis, I think. 6 parts, so he's going to be packed up in 6 boxes and shipped in 6 pieces is what they reckon. Again, I will try and do my very best. I've got loads of information from the guy who's making it to do an actual video on soon. Again, it's just getting the time scale and getting it made properly and do it some justice. Yeah, Davis, it's Make Toys Davis. There you go, Wanatu's on as well. Good, nice to see you. There's loads of people joining on here. Hyperlink is there. There's some cool stuff, but yeah, there is. Cost and space, it's really, yeah, yes, David, they're calling Metroplex Davis. So yeah, you can search, you can do a Google search of Like Toys Davis or Like Toys Metroplex, and that's what's come up. It's going to have 6 LEDs in it for different, obviously when you got it in city mode, it looks really good. But again, I'm looking around at this room and I haven't even got Philip. I haven't even got a space for Cybertron Metroplex yet. And I'm just looking, thinking, where's it all going to go? Where's it all going to go? But I'm sure it will do soon. Fans Toys Subros, I'm very good. Hopefully they'll do a Fortress Maximus. Metroplex is going to be huge. Yes, he is. But he's going to be massive. I'm pretty sure they will, because fans, obviously, Fans Toys, they're a massive thing, aren't they? Oh no, look, Guzzy Heroes just checked his as well. I'll need another bedroom. I might be moving rooms, actually, funnily enough. Riley and Darcy, my kids, might be having this room, and I might be moving into one of theirs. So that's another reason why I'm moving around some of the things. And you may notice there's always things going on in this. I'm always trying to keep on top of stuff, but I don't do a good job of it, to be fair. Has anybody else here got the Masterpiece Shuki? Has anybody else got it? Because anybody else can comment, I suppose, just how good it is. I suppose it is. It's nuts. It's insane. As everybody said, it looks like an actual model. It feels like it. Yeah, it's going to take ages. But the main reason for it is this room, when you've seen the video, the roof comes in like so. So although it's a big room, I can't put things really high. So whereas if we're moving on to another room, I'm going to have higher ceilings so I can put things higher up. My Cybertron Metroplex just sits on the floor under my shelf because he's too... Yeah, exactly. The problem with him, like, I've got all of these. No, at least they're getting more tempting. You know you'll get them. What was I saying? With all these, the ones that are stacked here, if I can turn this around, the ones that are stacked there, that's okay because they're all flat. They all fit absolutely fine. But when you've got, like, Triptychon, who's I've had to put over there because obviously he's not flat, he's huge, and I can't put him somewhere. So and I think Cybertron Metroplex is going to be exactly the same, so that's no good for me because I've got no space. Wow, everything's coming in. Oh, I'm 4.2. David's gorgeous display. Thanks. I'm just trying to keep up with all the other toys. Like I said, I'm quite lucky that they all just sort of fit like that. They do just sort of fit right next to each other. That's all of them. So there's even Grand Max there. There's both of course. There's Black Zarek, Scorponok, Devastator, Predator King, Metroplex. The other one's behind him. Omega's there. And of course Unicron, and the Ark. But so I've got to find a place. But Cybertron Metroplex isn't straight, is he? He's got more depth to him. That's probably the correct terms. He's wider than he is. What's the word I'm after? Yeah, showing off. Sorry, David. I know that you love Omegas. My figures that have yellowed are Cyclonus, Glass Starscream, Earthrise, Megatron, Kingdom Beast. Plus the things I need to get from TFCon. I need to stay sealed for a while. Yeah, that's it. Thankfully, Princeton, I'm very, very lucky that all I collect is Transformers, and I'm really lucky that I haven't ventured even, down any other wormhole, rabbit hole avenue at all. I'm really quite lucky with that. But I love Marvel. My son's into Lego at the moment. I'm constantly building Mario Lego, which is fantastic. I haven't got the Lego Optimus Prime yet. That's maybe something that I might be getting at some point, but yeah, I just don't dare. Funnily enough, before this, I'm sure I said this on one of my other videos, but funnily enough, before this, yeah, okay, I'll answer that in 2 seconds, Adam. What was I saying? I used to collect Star Wars. Before I collected Transformers, I used to collect Star Wars, but I didn't have the same connection to Star Wars. I love Star Wars, I think it's fantastic, but funnily enough, as a kid, I wasn't really into it. But Transformers I always were. So Adam's just asked a question about the books, so I'm just going to spin it around again quickly. So this was the so they start off from against that back wall there, and they go all the way out to the end of Fort Max's leg. So it's got to be about 5.5 foot, I think, Adam. I'll get the exact measurements for you, I suppose, tomorrow morning or when I hang up. What he's talking about is in the UK we had what were they called? The Definitive Collection from Hatchet Park Works, and they did 100 issues. So that's what he's talking about. Yeah, Jetfire is on the different shelf. Jetfire's on the Wolf Cybertron shelf. That's where he is. There's no other toys that have the same play. But exactly that, Daz. There's not. I mean, there's obviously this and Lego, I think, is probably about it. And like I say, of course, growing up, I had He-Man, so I had Masters of the Universe, I had Ninja Turtles, I had... No, GoBots, no. Yeah, my shelves, 100 books don't quite fit on 2 shelves. Yeah, just, all the normal toys. We were most of the people who are in this chat now, we were quite lucky, children of the 80s and all that sort of stuff. We were lucky when these first came out. Same with all the other things, which now are huge. Even, Ghostbusters is massive. Visionaries is getting bigger. I imagine Brave Star will be massive soon. Dungeons and Dragons, Hasbro Pulse just did some Dungeons and Dragons figures. So, we were lucky to see all of them at the same time. That sounds really good. What figures were they? That sounds good. Appreciate the live stream and everyone interacting. Thank Princeton. It's good on here. Everyone keeps chatting, as I say. There's 30 of you now, so this is good. This is what I like to do, the live streams, to be fair. Sometimes they're scripted, but a lot of the time it's just like this. The last one, people were asking me random questions about sandwiches. Starcom, see, I remember Starcom. You're getting them Dungeons and Dragons figures. They look amazing, don't they? I mean, look at the memories from that. I mean, don't forget as well that we've got Magnum's in as well. Don't forget that we've got, of course, is it PulseCon or whatever it is, the weekend thing coming up in next weekend. So that means that twin pack that everybody wants, the Alpha Trion and Orion pack set, is going to be available to order from next weekend. Even more things that's going on. So, and plus whatever else they're obviously going to be showing Velocitron 2, because 3 figures we've already seen already. So 3 figures have already appeared. Mean Studios Train Bots, best robot toys I've ever purchased, 6 months. Oh, hard saving. Yeah, you see, they're the only ones they've really tempted me, Rudy, but the Masterpiece one's just fantastic as well. He's got to be TF Fanggeek. He's got to be released soon. I think Wave 3 is hitting the UK in the next 2 months, to be honest. So he's got to be coming out for you guys soon over there. Don't you know things have got come full circles and small and Whoa, it's going fast now. From Radiant, the Centurions, yeah, Ramen toys. I've seen them before. They look really good. It's Hotlink Netflix Hound Snapdragon. That sounds pretty good to me. That's a great deal if you've got that. Fantastic if you got that deal. That's perfect. Starcom was good. Which was that other one with that huge, massive white ship? What was that called? Oh, Mantaforce. Mantaforce. Do you remember Mantaforce? I'm sure that was the name of it. That massive white ship. No, not Grandis is a Transformers. I'm talking, not Transformers at the moment. I'm sure it was Mantaforce growing up as a child. Is that am I right with that? Let me know. I'm surprised because I saw one of them, funnily enough, in Thingy. Mantaforce, that was it. Yeah, Dave, they had a huge white ship. What's my most anticipated future release, Rush? Yeah, Mantaforce. See, Battle Beast needs a comeback. My most anticipated release, the one that's got me most excited. That's a great question. Google Mantaforce, TF Fanggeek. Wow, that's some 1980s. It was a huge white ship with loads of bullets. You could fire loads of bullets off it. It was massive. It was probably bigger than the Millennium Falcon, if I'm being honest. Definitely remember having that. Mosc was brilliant. I need to answer most anticipated. I suppose I've got to be honest because of how good this is. I can't wait to see what Getsui's like. But because he's already been released, does that count? I want to see what Getsui's like. Victory Saber, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I? Of course, Victory Saber. I did it. Apparently, that's looking to ship early as well. To be fair, Victory Saber, not Victory. Yeah, Victory Saber is looking to ship early. I'm really excited for it, but there's one part of me that's just a little bit disappointed that it's nowhere near as big as the original. I know it's going to be more articulate, and I know the transformation process is going to be pretty much exactly the same. But yeah, there you go. It is. It's huge. But yeah, it's still going to be brilliant. It's still going to be fantastic. And it's Star Saber. And anybody who's followed this channel, or indeed met me, or seen any of my things, my affiliation for the Japanese continuity of figures is huge. I love it. That's one of the main reasons why I got back into collecting. Funnily enough, that's another good question, because once I was just buying a few things up, but then I found, you know, the Japanese figures, the ones I'd never seen, and I was just like, oh, what are these? And that was it. As soon as you saw Star Saber, as soon as you saw Diatlas, that's exactly what I suppose that's what makes them so intriguing. Adam's exactly the same. I know that Magnum at the moment, even though he's not buying Japanese exclusives, he's I've got Daz on it as well. He's buying the Japanese boxed ones just because they're brilliant. And again, I show these books off not to show them off, but to help people a few times. So this is a great one. If you've not seen this, if you've not got one, it's very old. It's very, very dated. So basically, what I'm trying to say is ignore the prices in it because they don't make any sense anyway. They never did. But it's just super detailed. It's got exactly everything that you want to know in it. Overlord is fantastic. I think they need to do, I'm going to update my Overlord video, to be fair. I love Overlord. It's just, funnily enough, I've just flicked a page with him on there. Just a great idea, just a great design, fantastic figure. Strangely enough, we did get him in the UK, but we got him like a few years, should we say, a few years after. There's, of course, he is in his Japanese packaging. And there he is, of course. There he is again. I need to find the Thrilling 30 to go. Yeah, this book is good. And then I've actually found this one as well. This is the other one that was good. So this is like the checklist book. This is the official one. The one that I had before was the Chinese copy, which was the one at the front. This has got every figure ever made in between 1984 and 1995 in, I think. So when you get to the Japanese pages like we just did, so there's all the Autobots from Victory. You're not late at all, Crimson Raptors. You made it on time, pal. It's fantastic. Glad you're here. Yeah, everyone's got that book. It's amazing, isn't it? This is, honestly, this is the book that you need. If you want to get into Japanese figures, this is the one. Because it's just because what it does, and again, I've done videos on this if you want to see it. So for the first couple of pages, let's just say, so if we go to 19, I'm going to quickly, yeah, the Chinese one, that's the one that I have. So this is 1988 Hasbro. So, oh, no, that's not. These pages here. Yeah, you have, David. I've seen your complete arc book. It's brilliant. So basically what it does, it starts off with all the Hasbro releases of the year. And then it moves on to the Masterforce book as well. The Masterforce figures as well. So again, if you want to get into Japanese figures, this is the one that you need. Yeah, so this is what you need, Robotimus Toys. Have a quick look at that one. It's the best book out. I've done videos on it, to be fair. You can check it out. What have I missed? You Know You Love It is in as well. Not much, you know, not much, buddy. We're just talking about Japanese Transformers, funnily enough, which is something that I'm sure you'd love to pitch in because you love them as well. I know he does. There's loads of you in the chat now. This is good. Everybody's getting to know each other, which is fantastic. There's some channel members in here again. Thank you to all the channel members. Again, just for your support, I suppose. Definitely, it's brilliant that you're in, and it's brilliant that you're on here, and it's nice to see that you're all chatting and getting a lot. Not that you wouldn't get along, but getting along in the chat as well. I think it's better doing it about this sort of time because everybody from America and everybody else is awake. It's not too early. Do you have a hard time keeping your kids? I'm really lucky, Princeton. I'm so lucky. So Riley, who was 7 on Tuesday, was what was I going to say? Yeah, well, he likes them, but luckily enough, I had a couple of figures that he could just sort of play with anyway, or he gets some of the newer ones was compared to the old ones. But I've always got like a few junkers, and him and Darcy, even though Darcy's only 3, she's brilliant. She'll come in and she'll just be like, Daddy's robots, but she won't touch, which I'm really lucky. She's just never really, thankfully, gone and tried to pick up one of them or one of these behind me yet. I say yes. Yeah, that's it. But I'm really lucky at the moment. They just don't. She comes in, she's quite happy to come in when I'm sorting stuff out. She'll sit on these steps. She'll sit there and I'm just sorting out, and she'll just talk to me about whatever, or what's his name. The one she's going the maddest for at the moment is because I got her the Rat Bat and Rumble little twin pack from Ceige, and I've got the orange one, which I think is Wing Thing from the Soundwave Spy Patrol. So that's blowing her mind at the moment. So when she comes in and she sees the one, she's got you've got an orange Rat Bat, but she calls him, she can't say it properly, she says frat bat. So it's really cute. But yeah, it blows her mind that there's an orange one. So yeah, I'm lucky that she just, even then, she doesn't try and take it or pick it off. She's just amazed by it, which is really nice, obviously. I am lucky, I'm very lucky that they don't come in, because they could quite easily come and, you know, knock any of these off. So yeah, but they don't. It's good, to be fair. I'm really lucky. I'm lucky, very lucky, man. And of course that my wife puts up with all this. She's up in bed now with the youngest one, and I'm sitting down here having a great time chatting to you guys, which is brilliant. Yeah, that's it. I know, tapes and cassettes. That's it. It's fantastic. People wouldn't believe what they are. How many graded figures do I have? Hyperlink. That's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head. I've got, what I can see in front of me is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. I've probably got about 40. Oh, I've probably missed some questions here. Let's have a look. Ring Thing is totally a fruit bat. I bet he loves oranges. Does your wife collect anything? She doesn't, actually. I'm quite lucky that she doesn't collect anything. She doesn't even collect handbags and shoes like most women do. She's got a few, but no, again, I think, I don't know what she'd collect, to be fair. She likes, do you know what, of course I know what she likes, but I don't know if there's anything that she'd actually go out and start to collect. So quite lucky with that, I suppose, obviously. I see that some couples share and split their rooms, etc. But the good thing is that like over 50% of this was already here before we even met. It wasn't in a room like this, so it was sort of something that she knew about and took on board. So it's not, it never was like a great big shock all of a sudden that one day I'm decided I'm going to start to spend all my disposable income on figures. Because I was single and didn't have kids. I was able to amass all this beforehand. The way the listing looks like, it sounds like 2023 looks like it's going to be ridiculous. We know that we're going to get the completed Takara version of Raiden, which is fantastic. Jetfire, of course, as well, which is going to be it. Jetfire is going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. The price of that, I'm still saving to even pre-order that at the moment, but I've hopefully, birthday and Christmas coming up. Well, Christmas is coming up. I don't know when's it. Does anybody actually know the official release date for the Jetfire? I should know that, shouldn't I? It's Skyfire. He's Skyfire if he's Masterpiece, isn't he? That's the one I definitely want because he's huge. Yes, they will do. They're doing it already. TF Fan Geek. That's what Legacy is. Legacy is the start of it's basically this decade's version of Thrilling 30, isn't it? Thrilling 30 they did in 2013, 14, and 15, and Legacy they're going to be doing for 3 years as well. So they say. So that's going to, again, it's going to be ridiculous. We know we're going to get Breakdown, although loads of people seem to think, and they might be right, I can't really tell. Soul Majew and Jetfires will come by the Toys R Us Masterpiece Thundercracker, which I want to sell now. We all do things like that. We must all have something that we think, why did I do that? I've got a few things where I've got a few stories where I've sold things that I didn't know what I was selling, like Mexican variants of figures. I've definitely sold a load of them in the past, so I need that emoji now, you know, where you got the hand on the head, because I'm buying all them back. Funnily enough, Action Masters, someone commented about Action Masters and I do videos on them. The amount of Action Masters that I brought and sold, wow, loads of chats going on, that I brought and sold before I actually decided that I wanted to keep them is insane. Could do it myself, but I can't afford them right now. I wonder if Hasbro will do this. Now, I think they're going to... Now, to be fair, and I'm glad David's in the chat here. David, this guy who's just commented there, he's such an encyclopedia of knowledge with regards to the Japanese figures. And exactly like he's just put, now they've shot themselves in the foot and they've backed themselves into a hole because what's happened... That's it, yeah, Desirous. What's happened is because all of a sudden... people have started referring to him as Deathsaurus, which isn't his name, and it's not. And if you want to know exactly why, go to David's channel. He's done a video on it, and even though people are saying that that's what the original creator was happy for him to be called, that's not the case. That's not his name. Now, the Hasbro backed themselves into a corner now because the main reason is they can never release a figure called Deathsaurus. They're not allowed to release anything with death in his name. That's why for Lio Kaiser, you haven't got Kill Bison and you haven't got Hellbat, you've got Fellbat, and I can't even remember his other names. So Hasbro have completely shot themselves in the foot and backed themselves into a corner. So if they are going to release Desirous, they're going to have to revert back to his name and call him Desirous, which suits me because that's his name. But yes, David's done a video on it. IDW says Deathsaurus. I was ready. Yeah, it is Desirous. Honestly, Guzzy, David 315842. Anybody who's watching this video now, please go to his YouTube channel. He's done a brilliant video fully explaining it right now. There he is. He's in the... I know people who are watching this back later will never see it. Yeah, of course, Death Cobra, we won't get him. Anybody who's watching this back, the number that I just said, check out his video for it. He's very, very, very informative. He probably put it across a bit better than I did. But as I say, I can't wait. They've got to do one. I think as well that we're going to get quite a few more, because if you think about it, Unicron, which was obviously for the War for Cybertron, the standout figure, then they just did loads of figures around that, didn't they? So with Victory Saber coming out as part of that, I think they're definitely going to. We've had Minerva as part of the job. We've had Red Cog, which is of course Grand Max's figure. Yep, so we've got that. What's this? I had a knockoff of Desirous a long time back. The crazy thing is, Hyperlink, if it was a red one, it might not have been a knockoff. It might have been the Brave version, because there's two versions of Desirous. There's a Brave version, which came out with the Brave toy line, which of course you got Brave Maximus and all that sort of stuff, but there was also a Brave one. But I have seen a KO one as well, to be fair, and they even go for silly money now. It's crazy. Right, Death Lizard. Yeah, this message is held for review. You could, okay, okay, sub to him. I'm going to put this in, show it. It's just us. I'm a Red Guys from Brave. There you go. I'm allowing that comment there because there's nothing wrong with it, David, at all. It's just, it's asked me if I wanted to hold it because you've called Chris McFeely an idiot. But I didn't say it, you did, so I've just allowed it. There you go. What's everybody else's? I mean, everybody knows who I want to see. Everybody knows I like the Japanese figures. What about you guys? Are you in? I know there's a lot of people in here. There's Pete, there's Adam, there's David. There's a lot of people in the chat who are massive into the Japanese stuff at the moment, which is great. And again, it's brilliant that Hasbro. It's fine, David. You know, idiot's not a swear word. It's not a bad word. Don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. I always say to people that we don't swear on this channel, and I don't, to be fair, but I don't class idiot as a bad word. Sorry if anybody else does, but that'll be enough of that now anyway. Yes, so most looking forward to Victory Saber. The rest of the train bots from Takara. I don't know. I mean, I'm intrigued. I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to. I'm intrigued to see what the Rise of the Beasts actual figures. What was I going to say? Yeah, to see what the Rise of the Beast figures are and what they're going to be like. I'm a bit worried that we're going to get a load of Cheetor repaints in different packaging and stuff. So that could be interesting. G2 characters, yeah, there's loads of them that we can't go in. David, as I keep saying to you, pal, I reckon the other David, this is now, I think you've just got to just wait out for the sales and see what happens, because they're just releasing too many at the moment. Pete's buying loads of Armada stuff. Thankfully, I missed loads of Armada, so I'm not really into that. Road Caesar would be amazing. Yes, he is. Cheetor is this version of Bumblebee. Rocket Ship Evan is in. I love you to do the point updates, comic and book look through. What's this? No worries. I will again. Sorry, the chat's going mental here, so I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Throttlebots at Adam Graham, definitely. We've had Goldbug, haven't we? We've had Goldbug, so I'm just trying to think who else they could do. Freeway could be obviously one of the Stunticons redecos. Easily do a double clouder. I don't know why they haven't done that. They could definitely do that. They could do. Let's think of the one straight at the top here. Double clouder you could do. What's your thoughts on with Hasbro naming? I don't like that. I'll come to that in a second. I want Legacy Prime and Optimus. I don't know why they changed his name, and I don't say it on here. I should say it. I know I should say it. It is quite late, but I did promise a few people that I wouldn't say it because this is a family show. So what I'm being asked a question about Dinobot Slug, and I don't think his name is offensive at all. I think that the true meaning of the word is molten metal, and if anybody Googles molten metal, I'm sure it comes up with the same. Exactly what it is, SLAG. I'm sure it comes up with that, which is exactly what molten metal is, and that's exactly what that Dinobot did when he breathed fire. He made molten metal, and I'm sure that's, of course, the only reference to it. As to why they changed it, I don't agree with it. Sometimes I do say on my videos that unfortunately I am going to refer. When I did the G1 version of him, I of course referred to him as that, but I put up a little disclaimer at the beginning. Saying that's what I was going to call him, but with the new figures, unfortunately, and I know that people shout at me and say, but that's not his name. Yeah, that's his real name. So I don't know why they did it. Same with Straff and Swoop. Kenobi Studio. It was very nice of Diamond Bolt. I've never met the chap at all. I wish that I wish that somebody can enable some contact between me and him so I can thank him for what he did, because I'm going to be honest, I hadn't seen any of his videos at all. So when somebody messaged me and just said, yes, that he put it up, I just was completely blown away. And I got about 200 extra subs from him. So a huge thank you to him. So super nice of Diamond Bolt. And if he's watching this, again, huge thank you to him for that as well. Ultra Marcus is in the chat now, and again, guys, if any of you have like stop motion films and stop motion videos and just Transformers in general, you need to check out his channel because it's amazing. What did they change Boba Fett ship called to? I didn't know they changed it. Slave. Oh yeah, of course it was called Slave 1. What have they changed it to? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. I'm learning stuff with you guys. Didn't even know they'd done it. What have they? Yeah, that's it. Well done, Pete. That's it. Well done, Pete. Pete's just clarifying a few things in here. That's it. They changed it to Boba Fett's stuff. Is that what they? Oh, of course they did. Fire Spy. I never knew they changed it to Fire Spy. This is quite difficult. There's plus 30 in the comments, and I am old school. I've got my iPad here. But yeah, as I say, anybody you need to check out Ultra Marcus's stop motion videos because he's brilliant and very funny at the time. Fire Spray, is that what it is? There you go then. Fire Spray. I didn't know that. Again, I can see why they've done it, but I think when it comes, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong with what I'm about to say. If it's a name of something, as in something inanimate, like an inanimate object, then maybe they shouldn't have to change it. I don't know. If it's something, you know, if you're calling a person it, then that's completely different. But if like that's a car and it's you know that's the name of the ship, so I don't know. There's so many things. For anybody who's watching this back now afterwards, the chat's going mental and I'm trying to keep up with it, and they're all having a good laugh amongst themselves. And again, this is why I encourage anybody, next time I put up the fact that I'm going to be doing a chat, please jump on board as well, because I'll do my best to keep up with you, and everybody else in there is jumping on as well. I always knew it was yeah, exactly. We're still talking about metal processing and what it turns into. We are having fun, David CT. We are indeed. I've been on here an hour already, nearly. Oh, that's great. It's ace. Yes, we're all having fun. It was meaning they changed the Lego name that called a bit of fire spray in the I didn't know. That's good. That is good. It's funny. What else have I got? I suppose I've got somebody wanted me to show them the differences again between Henkai and standard figures, so I can show you this. We need you another 100 to get you really going, lol. Yeah, that's it. We need to bring you back. In the UK, it doesn't have the same connotation as we think it does. Well, that's like the, I did a video, and it's not in here, actually, I put it in the loft, of the power core combiners, and I'm not going to say it. You know, the fully combined mode of that. I've done a video on it, on a short, but they called, well, I suppose, can I say it? No, I don't really want to. I promised people I wouldn't swear or say bad words, so I'm not going to. They did a power core combiner of 5 figures, and it was, in America, it's a word that sort of means like a bit of a clumsy sort of person, but in the UK, it's far more offensive. It's something to do with people with disabilities. So I'm not going to say it, but yeah, they made and they released the figure. Yeah, it was the Stunticons. I've got it upstairs, as I say. Yeah, that's it. They changed. It's called Overrun now. Overrun and the Stunticons. Now, originally he was called something completely different, and I can't even believe it made it past. Yeah, I can't even believe it made it out of the the ideas office and whatever it was into the production floor and completely being made. But they made it out, and I've got one of them. And as I said, I've got one of them sets before they managed to recall them all or change the name at least. Overrunning the Stunticons. But yeah, what I was saying as well is about like how now it does rhyme with Sports Max. No, Sports Max. No, sort of. What was I saying? Now they get not Henkai. Now they do Takara premium finish. Transformers exclusive to stores in the United States. I think they're getting better with that now. Whereabouts are you based, Kenobi Studios? Because I say I'm in the UK, and the Target exclusives now are being sold at. Oh, did he? There you go. Target exclusives are appearing online stores in the UK, and obviously Walmart exclusives are appearing in just normal retail in the UK. So whereabouts are you based? Maybe one of the viewers or maybe one of the listeners who's on here can help you locate some of the figures that you're after as well. I know that on our in the Discord, there you go. There you are. You typed it. No, Fangy, you can say it whatever you want. You can say it. It's up to you. But in the UK, it's a derogatory term for somebody with just with learning difficulties, I suppose it is. But it's like it's a nasty way of saying it. Oh, perfect. Rudy is amazing. Rudy is the person who did my. I was gonna wear the other top as well, but I didn't. Rudy did my other logo, the Toys R Us logo from the Zone, which is fantastic, and huge thank you to him. What's this now named Overrun? So Oh no, yes, that's a different one. We were thinking of something else. Everybody's talking about the other one. Yeah, that's what it is, TF Fan Geek. It's, yeah, it is. It's mega offensive. It's really weird. It's, as I say, it's I suppose it's a derogatory, slang, hurtful, spiteful word. But that's it. In America, it's like someone who's a bit clumsy or a bit of a nerd. So because I know Tiger Woods said it. Tiger Woods said it. He was talking about his own golf, and yeah, that's it. And he said I've been playing a bit of a, and he got in a lot of trouble for it. But he didn't realise again the difference in the meanings of the words, but in the difference between the UK and the US. Yeah, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I was going to try and show you them, but this is more interesting. I can show you some more things, some figures in a second whenever we want. I think the word is similar to the 6 letter. Yes, that's basically it. I know which one you mean. Yeah, it's that, but it's more offensive in the UK actually. Starting in 2020, Transformers prices have increased a lot now. Deluxe class. Ah, your euros. So yes, they've gone up huge. Usually we've got Phil from Robot Recruits in the chat, who's a great friend of mine now, and is where I get all my pretty much all of my non-exclusive, funnily enough, because he can't get them, online store in the UK. And yeah, let's be honest, deluxe have gone up at least 25% in the last 3 years. You used to get deluxes for about £15, didn't you? I'm sure you did. £15 used to be the deluxes. They're about 22, 23 now, so they've gone up a huge amount, huge amount. And they've got quite a bit smaller as well. As I was looking at, I was photographing, you're in Ireland, oh there you go. So yeah, so have you not got Smiths in Ireland? What's this? Yes, they have changed the society. They've changed it to Scopy Society is what they call it. That's an answer to your Pete. That's what they do. They've changed that as well. They've changed that to say to Scopy. It's Scope. I'm sure it is, Guzzy. I'm sure it's that. There's loads of people jumping on board now. This is brilliant. I think, unfortunately, Princeton, that's the way that everybody's feeling at the moment. Basically, what he's just said, for everybody who's watching this back, is that the prices are just getting silly, which of course they are, and that they are just keep going up, and they are going to eventually outprice people. I know people themselves. I know loads of collectors who are, you know, a lot more particular about which ones they want. There we go. I mean, I'm lucky for myself. I know it looks like I keep getting loads of figures, and I know I do loads of unboxings and stuff, but like I've said, a lot of my unboxings are figures that I already own. I just haven't, I haven't revealed to the channel yet, so I'm quite lucky with that. When I do my unboxings, they're not brand new figures. There's no way that I'm buying a different, you know, a different figure every single week. I'm just doing an unboxing of a figure that I've not shown on the channel yet. Sometimes I get a brand new figure in, and that's the ones which I'm dead excited because I've never seen it before, obviously. Does Smiths? I don't know if it does or if it doesn't, Princeton. But what I do on the with the channel members, you see some of the guys have got channel members on. I've got a direct Discord link, and anybody who wants me to get them figures, then what I do is I go out and buy them, and then I send them off to people. It's a shame Duke Nukem is not in the chat. If Duke Nukem was in the chat, he would be telling you that, because I sent him a Cosmos a couple of weeks back, which he got because I was just again got it him at cost and sent it him out. 17.99 is what I expected. That's it. Everyone's talking about how much they've gone up. What's going on here? Studio Series Bay vs Prime. So is that the new one that they've just so Kenobi Studios, are you talking about the one of what's the one I'm on about? The one that they've just reissued on the Buzzworthy line, because that's on Hasbro Pulse, and they now ship to Ireland. Because again, I shipped, thanks Daz, yeah, I shipped loads of things out. Alpha Prime, I sent figures out to, and yeah, loads of people are on here. I've sent figures to Duke. I've sent Cosmos to Duke Nukem. I sent a Cosmos to the Real Paranoia, who's another member on here. I sent this particular set to Alpha Prime in Ireland because he couldn't get it at the time. There was no Hasbro Pulse. I don't know. I really can't say. Kenobi Studios. I haven't looked on the website. Somebody here should be able to tell you. It's not the price that puts me off, it's how hard it is to get hold of core figures. Completely agree. Yeah, some of the figures are just, I don't know why they short pack them. It is annoying, it's frustrating for everybody. Wow, TF Fangi got Legacy Cosmos as a gift. No way, Nautica's gone crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. It was Nautica, I can't remember which colour she was. Yeah, green, whatever the green one, which makes Orthea, she's gone for silly prices. You can see, I understand with vintage figures, them being, you know, some of them cost more because obviously others have been damaged. But when you're talking about new figures that they're just making and they're just, well, like, thankfully, obviously, it looks like they're reissuing the Voyager class Dirge and Ramjet. They're going to be releasing them individually as part of Legacy by the looks of it. There's leaks been listed, which is brilliant. Here we go. Now that you're in one meal, time to treat yourself to a G1 Black Rodimus. I want one of them. I definitely want one of them. Yeah. I have. Get hold of the earth. I wouldn't mind getting an age studio series. Yeah, they're on them. I'm sure they're on. Thanks for stopping up, Daz. Anyway, get some rest. Thanks for stopping up. Rather than getting one or two for a birthday or a few more Christmases, we are buying entire weight. That's true, Crimson. We do. We just buy the. I buy the weight. I'm very, very guilty. And again, you'll notice when, like, since this channel's got a bit bigger, I've started buying loads more. But that's because I'm selling loads more. When I first started off, like, I had hardly any Siege, and then I was very selective with the Earthrise, and then with Kingdom, I nearly ended up buying all the Kingdom. And then with Legacy, I've just found myself buying them all because just to try and keep up. And as I say, because I'm selling my movie stuff anyway, which Brandon, who's in the chat there, who's completely cleaning me out, which is really good. Because it's just good. He gets figures he wants and I get the figures that I want. But I think with the newer ones, they just keep churning them out. This is what we keep saying. There's so many. We've got PulseCon next weekend, and there's going to be Velocitron Wave 2. There's going to be Legacy Wave 4. And I don't know what else. Of course, there's going to be Earthspark figures because they've shown all them out in Australia over this weekend. I've got a video to do of that. To be fair, I'll do that when I get up tomorrow morning, which is really good. Nautica was supposed to release Galactic Odyssey, Titans Omega. That's what he wants. I really want it here. Either from Legacy, Transformers Prime, Optimus figure. I don't know if they'll do a Transformers Prime Legacy. I presume they will, to be fair. I mean, we haven't had an Optimus Prime yet in Legacy, so I think so. Cut down on the gaps, especially in the forearms. Yeah, again, if Duke Nukem was on here, that's the big bugbearer for him. I think a lot of the figures, though, they're always just, it's where the wrists are, aren't they? They just always fold them out. 82 sets in his shopping basket, but didn't buy them. No way. You could trade a Generations Metroplex. There's loads of stuff going on here. Might some Red Prime RC that don't like it. That's the other thing as well. You know, buying. I always encourage people to do that. And I know that you're a little bit skeptical of it, David. But there's eBay. There's loads of Facebook groups. So many Facebook groups where you can do buying and swapping and stuff. We were talking about them earlier, Pete. We were talking about the Dungeons and Dragons figures earlier, saying that they would look really good. To be fair. Prime Wars Trilogy, I've not seen the cartoons, but I know what they are, yeah. I haven't watched, that's like Combiner Wars. I didn't even know they had cartoons, to be fair. That's how bad it is. I've not seen them. I believe they're on YouTube. I need to get around and watching them, to be honest, I think. Are they worth a watch? Are they worth watching? I know it sounds awful, but I've got all this behind me and I've got all the figures from the toy lines, but I've not seen the cartoons. I know it sounds a bit hypocritical, but I've just never got around to seeing them. Are they any good, Crimson? Are they worth watching? RED figures. I've got as I say, this is something I wanted to show you again as well, funnily enough, because I was so surprised by this. I would recommend just once, otherwise they're pretty awful. This surprised me massively. This is a huge. Do I have the HasLab Unicron? Yeah, I did. I thought I'd showed you that. Can you show me left and right of your room, please? Gabriel, why'd you have to shout? This is what's classed as the study. So there's War for Cybertron, there's Unicron. So if I go up there, there's some War for Cybertron. There's some, I can't see where this is going. There's Masterpiece and Botcon. What's this saying? And then behind me, that's the main room. But yeah, they're all sort of everywhere at the moment, but let's get that back in there. There we go. Black Zarek is going for reasonable price. Yeah, he's going very cheap, Black Zarek is. Someone's talking about red there, RED figures, and I wanted to show you this, I suppose. This has blown my mind, this has to be fair, so I thought someone was coming in. This is the first prize that's going up in the members thing. This is the Super 7 Ultimates, and this figure's absolutely amazing. Nice Legends collection. Yeah, totally. It's hard to watch all these different cartoons. It should have been continued. Knockout is so good. Great stand-on figure. Yeah, I got already. This is crazy. Who collects these? Any of you collect these? I'm supposed to be doing. I'm behind. I'm doing a video review of this for Robot Recruits because they're very kindly donating this as a prize to this channel. This figure is insanely good. Insanely good. Oh, he's ordered Super 7 Bludgeon. And what is on your right, or is it just on my right? Is you're very nosy, but I'll just show you because I've got nothing else to do. So on my right is, that's the other me. That's the music. So there's my decks, and then there's all my vinyl. But then above my decks is some of my G1 boxes. Yeah, that's what's to the right of me. So just more stuff. More stuff. Super 7 it's well expensive, as I say. That's why this is going to be a prize. This is a prize to yeah, it means that you're shouting. It means that you're shouting at me. What was I saying? It's just I'm going to do a video on this to do this guy some justice. It's going to be a surprise, not a surprise. It's going to be a prize for channel members, and it's so good. So good. You may as well just do a house tour at this point. I might lose Wi-Fi, so I'd be too scared, to be fair, otherwise I would. But yeah, look at this guy. The amount of stuff that comes with him is crazy. So, it's got the surfboard, he's got the rocket pack, he's got some thingy rays around him. And the figure itself, beautiful. Different hands, the basketball, the gun. So it's an Action Master. It's a 2022 Action Master, but it's really, really good. And I've seen loads of pictures, and I've seen loads of people buying loads of things from them. Yeah, that's it. It's got the surfboard, it's got the basketball, it's got everything. I'm going to be doing, as I say, soon. Well, when did the Ultimate Doom, as a thing he's just put. Honestly, Adam, it's stunning. It's stunning. I've got to do a decent video on this, especially, as I say, Phil, bless him. Phil from Robot Recruits, who's also in our membership chat. He's donated this as a channel for the prize, as a prize for the channel. I'll do a video on it. You can see how good it is that way. But they're huge as well. Action Master making a reference to the Master Builders. Very true. See, everybody's getting the jokes in. Everybody's getting the jokes in. It's too good. Movie verse Bumblebee is a great set. Did it? No, it's not for me, Crimson. It's for me to. It's a prize for the channel members that I'm going to be doing soon. I'm going to do the review on it, and then, as I say, as soon as I get to 30. Hyperlink, thank you ever so much for jumping in, mate. I love your name, and I've realised what it is. It's great. And thank you for being a channel member. Thank you for watching. Thank you for just jumping in. Ooh. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be a surprise for maybe you could win it. Who knows? Well, we'll work it out. As I say, as soon as I've got enough members on the channel, I'm going to do a raffle for it, which will be good. It'll be good for anybody who's watching this right now. Maybe if you're not a member, you can jump in on that afterwards. What is a fridge in your room? And what is a fridge in your room? And ultramagnetic. It's not a fridge. It's not a fridge. I'll show you what it is. It's not a fridge. It's not a fridge. This is the Magnus that you're on about. It's the shattered glass Magnus. It's a deck stand. It's for my decks. It's not a fridge. It's where my decks are. And it's all a mess at the moment. So it's not a fridge. It's just a stand where my music decks are. Did it do it? I thought it was a fridge. It's not a fridge. It's just, yeah, it looks a mess actually, to be fair. If it was tidied up, it'd be better. Yeah, DJ booth, yeah, that's it. No, okay, I'll try and show you. It's such a mess, look. So there's one of me 1210s. There's me mixer. And there's the CDJs as well. Oh, and there's the Netflix bookcase there as well. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a mess. I just really need to tidy it up. Oh, fridges are silver all the over there. Is that what it is? Okay. No, it's just wood. It's just wood. Just look, it's just wood. Just got me decks placed on it. Yeah, Pioneer, CDJ, DJM 600 and CDJ 1000. That's the other part of me. I love music, massively into music. There you go. That's something I wasn't expecting to be doing either. Not just toys. Not just toys. What's Ultramark said? A mini bar. Yeah, that's it. TF Fan Geek, thank you very much for jumping in. Really nice to have had you on here. So thanks for that. I do not have any. I don't even have the album on CD, which is terrible. I know I should. I don't. Everyone's talking about right. Yeah, root beer class. Hasbro Pulse doesn't ship to Ireland, does it not? Kenobi Studios. That's crazy. Can I put blue part of Ultra Magnus on blue Optimus Prime? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, blue part of Magnus on blue Optimus Prime. I'll do that in a video. I'll work out what it is. Send me a message later. I'll work out what that is and see if I can do that for you anyway. I haven't got the earthrise. What's it called? I haven't got the earthrise Prime anyway, to be honest. I've only got the Netflix one. What was I saying then? Oh yeah, Kenobi Studios. Drop me a message on Instagram and I'll see if I can get you one and post it out to you. Smiths, well, there you go. Which one's that? Blue Optimus Prime. I don't know which one he means. If it's a new figure, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know what it is. I might not have it. As I say, I haven't got all of the War for Cybertron trilogy. I think Gabriel wants this shattered glass cab with the standard armor on. Oh, okay. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll do it. I'll do it at some point. Yeah, definitely. No problem. That shouldn't take too long. I won't do it now though, because obviously I'll have to get up and I know where he is. He's over there, but I'm not going to start taking bits apart right now. Should have left a comment. As I said at the beginning, leave comments before I do the live of things that you want to see and things you want me to do, and then I can get them all prepped. Like I've got all these prepped and ready to show people. But don't worry, I'll do more lives again and I'll get one ready just to show you. I don't mind doing things like that. I pretty much do most of my videos are all requests actually, to be honest, which is fun. Because otherwise I just keep picking the same figures over and over and over again. But as I said, Shinobi Studios, if you can't get them to ship, give me a message. I don't mind helping out wherever I can. It's no hassle for me to go to the post office and ship something out to you. As long as you've got PayPal or whatever, you can just send it me. They can carry more cars inside the trailer. Like, just curious, what is your main profession? I'm a personal trainer. That's my day job. No, I don't have the 10 seg Optimus Prime because it's like 65 quid and it's just a cab. So no, I don't have that at all. I've seen it though, it looks good. But I'm not paying £65 for it. It's just, as you say, it's just the bloated cab part, isn't it, on a stand. What else have we got here? Master Sword, they did come with one. That Master Sword there did come with... Oh yeah, that's the Brave Maximus sword. I have the 10 seg Prime on pre-order. That's why he's so buff. You should see him as his muscles in real life. Embarrassing me. Yeah, that's my job. I'm a PT, so that's what I do. I've been doing it for years. Giga Chad. I only just found out what Chad meant. That's another word that people taught me. That was on my brush. Ultramarks looks cool though. Yeah, I have to have the actors sign something. I have to have the actors sign something at TFCon. That'd be cool. I'm sure they should do, actually. I'm sure the actors should sign for TFCon. When I went to TF Nation, all the Elite 1 ones were free. Do I have any upgrades? I don't have any toy haxes or any upgrades. In fact, that's a fib. I've got toy hacks on a smokescreen figure, but that's because that's how I was purchased it. I purchased it and it had it had the toy hacks labels on it already. But nothing, because I've got nothing against them. Problem is, if I do one, I'll have to do them all, and I'm not about doing that. So there you go. Plus, my local Smith doesn't really have too much. Again, Kenobi, I'll help you however I can, pal. If you've got my Instagram, it's @toys_rruss. Drop me a message or join the membership on the channel via here, and I'll get it. Again, Smith's is up the road from me. Hasbro Pulse delivered to my house. I can get you whatever you want. I won't make any money on it. I won't make a penny on it. I'll just literally send it out to you for the cost. So whatever it costs to get it here, then whatever it costs for me to ship to you, I'll get it for you, no problem whatsoever. No, I'm not going to toy hacks Minerva. No, I'm not. Do you know what? That's my worst figure of the year so far. It really is. It's the biggest disappointment figure of my for me this year. It really, it's awful. It's awful. It's nothing like Minerva. It's nothing like Minerva at all. Funny enough, I've got a KO one. I've actually got a KO Minerva there as well, which I've managed to find. Well, and this is like a G1 version, which is much better. But that one, the Legacy one, it's my worst figure so far of the year, which is quite funny actually, because there's a guy who trolled me or whatever it was, saying that I was a Hasbro suck up. And I don't know if you saw the comments. He went to town on me. He went to town on me. It's in the Motormaster. It's in the Motormaster video. I did the comments. He called me. Oh, that one. No, I'm not going to. I don't know. No, I won't be toy axing her. I'll just keep her in robot mode maybe. Honestly, mate, if you need a hand, just let me know. You won't be the first person I've sent stuff to. Again, if Benjamin's in, lovely. If Alpha Prime, who was in, if you know Alpha Prime, I got him one of these and I sent him that to Ireland. So yeah, if you want one, let me know. That Legacy Breakdown robot, mate. Yeah, Gabriel, I can't wait to see it either, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's going to be really good. I think the Hasbro Pulse is going to be really good. I think we're all going to be skint. We definitely know just the amount. I believe that she's so much more expensive because she's got the moniker of being the first official female Transformer, hasn't she? And I think that's just literally what it is. So she was the very first one, and I think that's it. I just think that's literally it. It's got to be that. It seems okay. It seems really good, to be fair. Let's have a look at it, shall we? This is going to make a right mess in my room. But it's my first ever one. I was one of the lucky kids in 1984 that had Optimus Prime and Megatron for Christmas. So, oh, I don't know now I've said that. Let's have a look. Ooh, I don't know. It's a little bit. Actually, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Take the head out. Oh, the guns for Ghost Shooter maneuver the same as Siren and Nightbeat. I think they're different colours. This is the KO that I've just made the KO up. That's my KO maneuver. No, I don't. I've just got the standard. Someone's asked me if I've got Takara Unite Warriors Menasor. No, I've just got the standard Hasbro one. Yeah, she was, well, the same size as the original Nightbeat, obviously, so she's massive. To compare with, like, I'll be doing that. If you'd have, Gabriel, if you'd have watched my video, I did that. I got the, what's the word I'm on about? I got the Hasbro Combiner Wars Menasor and stood him next to the new one, so I've already done that, yeah. Right, that's it. You're selling me one of them Minervas, Adam Graham. You shouldn't have put that up on there now because you've seen mine. Mine's awful, and I need a really good one. No, this is exactly the same size. It's exactly the same size. Maybe it's because it's closer to the camera. And funnily enough, she comes with a sticker sheet to make her Minerva. Adam, you can laugh. I'm not joking. I need one. I think what Crimson. I think what we actually forget is, I think we forget how big Generation 1 toys were. Like the Generation 1 double dealer figure is so big compared to the new one. It probably is my little hands. Can I put an X? Of course I can. But like the biggest thing is, are you going on? Yes, definitely going to be getting that. This is what I want to show you. Okay, then here you go then, Crimson. This is what I was on about the other day. This is G1 double dealer. This is just my battered old one. But look at the size of this dude. Bigger than a leader class figure. And that's just the normal double dealer. So the normal double dealer towers over the Earthrise version, and oh, I need to transform it, don't I? Yeah, the old figures were huge. What else have we got? Here we go. Then I'll transform it. Then definitely I will buy DNA. I'll transform her again then quickly. That's how big Minerva. Let's get them even. So you said Voyager size. What have I got? Amazing. Yeah, Voyager size. Yeah, that's about Voyager size, isn't it? She's way bigger than the deluxe. But so that's what I think. All the original people forget how big the original G1s were. They were huge. G1 double dealer, is that the same size? No, it's not. No, it's not, Gabriel. I've done a video on it. It's way bigger. It's way bigger. Check out my video. Yeah, easily. Adam, you're right. G1 Deluxe is easily. If I was to get your hard head now off the shelf, hard head, the original head. In fact, I'm going to do it. You guys have a little quick chat while I'm doing this. I'm going to get your hard head to show you just how big he was compared to everyone else. Right, what have I missed? Definitely. Right, so original Headmaster hard head. Hard head's bigger by about nearly an inch, and that's just your normal standard G1 hard head figure. It's nuts. It's nuts. The old figures, they're so much bigger. And I think people forget that because we get the new ones and we get them and they're absolutely tiny. Yeah, he is with the shelter cannon, but he's still big. It's still, what I'm trying to say, Dave, is that's a leader class figure now. Oh man, here we all go. I'm just going to leave her in robot mode. I might as well. Right, let's keep her back in robot mode. What I need to do is... What's that? Raw's in the chat now. I'm useless at this. That's for you, Pete. There you go, Pete. If you can see that. Right, I've got to catch up now. Do I have Kingdom Tracks? If so, is yours bad too? My Kingdom Tracks is, it's not the greatest, to be fair. My my hardhead tracks, it doesn't fully clip in. On the legs, no, at all. But I just display him in robot mode and he sits there. Oh, I've just knocked over Menosaur now. That's it, we're right. There's loads going on in the chat now. Sorry guys, I've just fallen behind ever so slightly. What have we got here? Hi Brandon, Raw Energon is in. Nice to see Raw Energon. He's in as well. And for anybody who's just joined us late, we're just talking about how much bigger G1 figures were than the newer figures, to be honest. I think I do this quite a lot. I think even no, that's not a good example. I think the only ones, you know, which obviously are bigger are like the new minibots when they do the deluxe size minibots, but otherwise you'll find that 90% of the time the G1 are bigger. What's that? Who's that? What's he talking? Which figure are you talking about? I don't know anymore. I missed out. I need to catch up on the chat. Yeah, big bot down. She's fell over. Just chilling outside of the hurricane. Oh, I didn't even know there was a hurricane. Is 2 room have 2 meter size? I don't know what that means. If you're asking about the size of the rooms, I don't know what they are off the top of my head. I've not got a clue, sorry. Just, yeah, just the apples and oranges, but nowadays I prefer lots of articulation for stop motion. Completely agree. I mean, yeah, let's be honest, the articulation's brilliant, and the fact that you guys, again, Crimson, you do amazing stop motion as well, to be honest. It's good. Yeah, of course, but as you say, it's just, I think we just like, I'm biased, and I think anybody who has the older figures, it's more for nostalgia, isn't it? It's just because you enjoyed playing them when you were a kid. But yeah, funnily enough, for anybody who doesn't know in here, there's loads of stop motion people on this channel now, so check out their channels, Crimson Raptors, Ultra Marcus, etc. There's loads in here. There's loads in the chat as well. It's good. Oh, there's one there. Agreed, Ross. Do you think you will open Tonkinators, as you probably have loose versions of them up now? Tonkinate, I'm definitely going to be opening. I think that should have been shipped. Me and you were only discussing that the other day, Rudy. I can't wait to get hold of that. I'll see if I can rush through a review on that. Because I've got quite a few versions of Devastator now, so that's going to be nice to have a different one as well. Whether or not we get that, I think we're getting that in the UK first as well, unbelievably. Even though it was started off as a Target exclusive, it was going to be one of the Target shared exclusives, and then straight away, you know, In Demand had it, and I believe it's in Kapow already. It's just going to be really weird having a Devastator as an Autobot, and I can't wait to get hold of that, to be honest. I do find myself collecting G1 figures that... Do I have Legacy Titan class Metroplex? I don't have the Legacy. That's the Cybertron version, isn't it, Gabriel? I've got him on pre-order, but not just yet. Princeton, thank you very much for joining in. Take care. Good night. As for the ones I did as a kid, I keep in the box, you know. No, that's not weird at all. That's what I do. It's exactly what I do. So the ones that you never had, you get out and you play with, and the ones that you had, you just keep in a box and you just appreciate them. I know exactly what you mean. There, that's exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. It's right behind me. It's exactly that. It's literally. It's exactly that. You can look. They look better when they're kept like that, though, as well, don't they? They look better. They look better when you can keep them and just not touch them. Yeah, I could totally get you. And then the ones that I never had, I'm just looking about here because I've bound to got one somewhere. Bound to have someone loose somewhere that I just didn't have when I was a kid. Talking to stop motion, where's Input? Because not only is Input good at stop motion, he's good at customs as well. Look at that, see? Nacelle. Still need to do a video on this. So sorry, Input. I will get around to doing it, but as you can see, it's still in. Oh wow, thanks. It's here. It's in my room. It's not boxed up, hidden away anywhere. So there you go. Legacy Metroplex will come as soon as I can afford him. Simple as that. Legacy Metroplex will come as soon as I can afford him. So there we go. Bless him. He puts. Thanks very much to Princeton. What else? I've missed loads. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to catch up now. Yeah, if they're sealed, the cases are brilliant. Even if you haven't, like, I've got a few in cases now which aren't. Yeah, no. David, believe it or not, he is £210. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the chat. I know Ultra Marcus spotted it the other day. Magnum Prime did. Cybertron Metroplex Titan class is £200, isn't he? I'm sure he is. And I know it sounds silly because obviously I buy and I spend quite a bit more on vintage figures, but that's it. Just cancel your pre-order. I just saw him on your store. I haven't got a store. Yeah, it's £200, Adam Great, minimum. It's crazy. I had a movie version. I know, younger. Yeah, definitely. Black Zarek has gone clearance. It's crazy. I can't believe that's funny enough. I've gone from Minerva, who's probably one of my worst figures of the year, to Black Zarek, which is one of the best. Not enough for the toys. Yeah, I saw him in stores the other day. Canada, and yeah, 300. That's how much it is. Titan class is huge, and that's why I've showed that bit a few times, but definitely not. Definitely not. What I was going to say. Just not got the space, and I just can't afford that at the moment. I mean, I'm saving for other things at the moment. Masterpiece train bots mainly. The arc was reduced to 90 within a month. Metroplex. I'm thinking the same as you, Ultra Marcus. I reckon by the time it gets anywhere near Christmas, that it'll be down. I'm waiting for Black Friday and then that as well. Some of the other figures like Motormaster I couldn't wait for because I think he was fantastic. But yeah, this, as I say, this guy Motormaster is definitely worth the money. I can't say anything about Cybertron Metroplex yet. I can't say anything about that yet, but I will be able to soon. I also had to pick up Barricade. That's next to your Hasbro Pulse and other dice does. That's a good idea. They might do Black Zarek Friday. Bumble Jumper's jumped in. Here he is. I wondered where he was. There's even more in the chat now. Crazy. Nice to see you, Bumble Jumper, anyway. Ed, for anybody who doesn't know, we're now chatting to Ed. Ed is Bumble Jumper 82. And funnily enough, Ed's on there. In fact, Ed, sorry to put you on the spot for 2 seconds, but I was just saying to people how if I can, like to find figures for people, and Shinobi Studios is looking for a figure, and maybe you could just pop up or just confirm that what I'm about to say, that I managed to find you a Bumble Jumper and get it sent out to you, no problem whatsoever. Because I hopefully want people to know that I'm legit, and I just want to help people out with their collections if I can. That's what I've been doing for some time, and even more so with this channel. So Shinobi, honestly, if you want me to get that figure for you, let me know and I'll send him out to you, no problem whatsoever. It's so nice to see everybody in here chatting away. There is quite a 36 people in it now, and it's still growing, which is good. Everyone's gone quiet for 2 seconds, which is a bit crazy. What time is it UK time then? It's 10 to 11 already. I can confirm. There he is. You see Shinobi. So if you're wondering, him a figure and sent it out to him as well. So there you go. You're just as generous as I am, Ross. It's the way to be. You've got to be. Again, we're all like-minded people with the same. But that's why we all get on so well. That's exactly why we enjoy doing this, and that's why we're now literally 40 odd of us sat here chatting, listening to me waffle rubbish and talk about figures that we all love and that we've all, I suppose, grown up with and are indeed still growing up with. It's great. There you go, TFFan217 in Italy is out. Yeah, exactly. So Gabriel, thank you very much for staying late. Gabriel, you see now, you must have, do you have any gig items at Gabriel? Because if you do, then I'll be knocking on your door soon, because I love the gig items. That's what I like to collect as well. Yeah, that's it. It's exactly that. I mean, funny enough, Crimson, I don't know if you know, but Enput, bless his heart, Enput ordered me a book from Big Bad Toy Store that they weren't shipping to the UK ages ago. And yeah, he sent it out to me as soon as I sent him the money, which was really nice of him to do that. Clamped down recently, but I gave him to my mum because she's wanted Christmas deals. Only if you spit water on us because you're here. Now everybody's talking about the fact we're going to be gremlins. We do have some random chats in here. But yeah, I've done it for people. People have done it for me. I've got payment plans at the moment with 3 people that I know that I can think of off the top of my head, maybe even another one. So it's, you know, it's great to be able to be in a community like this where we can all trust each other and just further our collections hugely. It's massively important. It really is. And again, it's just great to be a part of it, and it's great that everybody is the same mind and thinks exactly the same as this. I'm going to have to accept that I'm probably not going to find a Cosmos on Kmart shelves. Ragu Overlord, drop me a message, buddy. I'll get you on, no problem whatsoever. I think shipping to the US was 17 quid, tracked and signed, for the last person I sent it to. If he pops up in the chat, or if you ask, if you go to any of my messages, if you look for Duke Nukem, he's one of the channel members. I got him one and I sent him one. He's the most recent person I've sent to. And the Real Paranoia on Oahu from Hawaii, I've sent him one as well. If you can't find one, it's going to cost you £17 to get him shipped to you, but at least I can get you one. That's it. Are we expecting Legacy Wave 3 soon? I think so. Bumble Jumper, I imagine. I think Smith says they're going to be shipping out from end of October, I think. I do think that's what they've said. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what they've said. I imagine, again, it's PulseCon this time next week, isn't it? So hopefully we'll have found out about that. So we'll know all about it then as well. Ultra Marcus, if you spoke to Phil at Robot Recruits, Legacy Wave 2 have come in. Do you guys have to? Yes, we do. Yes, Crimson Raptors, we have to pay tax on them. So if you send anything to us in the UK, please, see you, Dave, please mark it as a gift and put the value at under £30 and then we don't get charged. That's what we need to do. Is Legacy Sandstorm? That's, yeah, that's something different. That's different. What was we saying? What was I saying? Can't even think there. Gone. With the exchange rates. Yeah, that's it, Mark. Yeah, that's it. You've got to mark it under £30. I mean, I've had giant boxes come in and just someone's done the same thing. It depends, as I say. The value is definitely something important, and even if you get a market gift and you've got to mark it under something, because you still get charged. I got sent an amazing gift by a channel member, bless him. He sent me a figure and he put the true value on it, bless him, because he was just doing the right thing. And it was a nice surprise. It cost me 70 quid in tax just to go and pick it up. So bless his heart for even sending it me. It was such a nice gesture. But yeah, please mark things to anybody as gifts, and obviously to do it that way around. Always mark as gift, and always, if it's something that's not too valuable, you can mark it a little bit lower as well. That definitely helps. I think so anyway. So, but yeah, PulseCon, so we know that we're definitely going to be able to pre-order the Alpha Trion and Orion pack set. I imagine everybody in the chat is going to be getting that. And again, I don't know what else. I imagine there's going to be more Studio Series, but I think we're going to get Legacy Wave 4, to be honest, because Breakdown's obviously been previewed Obviously with the Takara show, hasn't it? The Takara Tomy show in Japan already. So we'll get to see if he is a Wild Rider repaint or not, because I know a load of people are saying that he looks like a Wild Rider repaint. I can't tell. I haven't got Wild Rider in hand yet. As I was saying, Ultra Marcus, speak to Phil. He's got Legacy Wave 2 in. He got them in this week. I got my email order in for them as well, so hopefully I'll be having them. They still want to get more new toys. The new war for Cybertron could be amazing as well, because let's be honest, they were fantastic figures. The Soundwave, the Bumblebee, all of them, I think they were really good. That was about the game, wasn't it? It was around 2010. And they were a great toy line, so it'd be interesting to see how they update them. Really good. I've been going for like ages now. That's what I'll be looking forward to. I think they'll be good. I said, oh yeah, my bad, yeah, the Wolves. That's it, that's what they were based on. They were not the Netflix one, that's why people are getting confused. It's not the Netflix, it's the other one. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they only got them in last week though, so you did the same as me. You paid him for him and he's got them in. So that's good news. You'll probably get them this week, same as myself. You're like me, we stay loyal. Stay loyal. You could have got them from Smith's, but yeah, it's good. Again, staying loyal. He's looked after us, so that's why I stay with him. I could have gone and brought them all from Smith's, but no, not at all. They made them, imagine like that though. Again, if they did do the game, the War for Cybertron game, updated that, that'd be great as well. Yes, definitely. War for Cybertron, Cybertronian Prime and Megs would be sweet. What you expected from Studio Series game version? Dark of the Moon. I can't even think what Dark of the Moon Warpath looked like. I mean, I only remember them having the smaller version of him, didn't they? Yeah, that's it. We did stay loyal, Marcus. Great. Me too. That's what I've got ordered as well, what you've just put up there. So what Marcus has just said, he's got Generation Selects Cyclonus ordered as well, same as me. Gabriel's put what you expected from Studio Series game version. Come back to Cambrucas. Yeah, that would be really good. That's the only Warpath I remember. Anyone lucky enough to get? No, I didn't bother. I haven't bothered again with any of the new figures that with the new ones I wait and I get them from Robot Recruits, unless it's the ones that they can't get. So if it's the ones which are the Target or the Walmart exclusives, I'll get them elsewhere. Standard release Hasbro figures. That's why I'm a bit late with my reviews, because I get them from him, and I just stay loyal to him, like a load of people in the chat are saying as well that they've ordered stuff from him. Grindor, wow. That's expensive. But it's a huge figure though, isn't it, Grindor? Is it a blackout repaint? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Thankfully enough, I don't collect G.I. Joe, so that's an answer to one of the questions. That there's a few people, obviously, I think with Hasbro, they've got their blankets spread over everything, haven't they? Their blankets covered over, obviously, anything. So I don't need to get, I'm lucky enough, I might get the crossover, the Hiss tank, because it looks good, but again, I'm not mental for it. Don't need to go and get it right now. What else have we got? I can't believe I've been going for ages. What did I think of Legacy Minerva, mate? Glad I could help you pick one up. Andy, glad to have you on here as well. Andy from Transformers The Show. He helped me pick one up. But in all honesty, bud, and this makes me feel bad because you've just put that on there, I was really disappointed with her. Massively disappointed with her. I think the feeling that I got from her was that she just felt rushed. She's nothing like Minerva at all, as I've been showing people with this. They got it all wrong. They get, that's like the G1 Minerva. This is a KO, by the way. And it didn't look anything like it, so I was a bit let down with it, to be honest. Because the Hero thinks Hiss looks awful, I won't pay more than 30. No, that's it. If it comes down anything. But Andy's again brilliant. Andy from Transformers The Show. Again, another chat that I'm involved in where everybody helps each other out, which is perfect. What we got here? I love the camo Siege Megatron. I think it's quite JoJo related. He matches Sandstorm so well. Which one's that? Camo Siege Megatron. Oh, of course, yes, the camo one, the G2 one, the G2 thing. I know what you mean. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've got that. The Selects one, wasn't it? What did you think of it, Andy? Did you like it? Did you like the figure? I think because I was expecting so much for it to be like a brilliant homage to G1, but it wasn't at all. So yeah, it was Gen Select's the Megatron that you were on about. It wasn't. It was just a different painted thingy. Car for it, but Takara wanted a June buggy look and then plugged in a Minerva. Oh, there you go. You see, there's loads of things coming out about it. I think they could do a better job, to be fair. I think, again, it was maybe they just looked at it as an easy repaint and thought, let's do this and get it out there, and that's exactly what they did. Sounds like that to me. Which they're getting very guilty of at the moment. They're just repainting everything. It just felt rushed, Crimson. It felt really rushed. It just felt... well, for a start, it's not a headmaster. She's a headmaster. The alternate mode is nothing like the alternate mode that she had in the cartoon and in any of the subsequent versions of it that they've had. And all they needed to do was wait until they'd done Night Beat, because as soon as they do Night Beats, then that's it. That's your Minerva figure. So if they'd have just waited that little bit longer, it would have been easier. Kind of strange they didn't use the Earth mode for it, though. I prefer the older figures at the moment, to be honest. I'd rather sacrifice someone. Yeah, agreed. That's all expected. Legacy Commander Onslaught and all 4 limbs. I would... Oh, Adam's gone. I would agree with you there. Right, let me catch up with all these. There's so much going on. Sorry, guys, in the chat, and sorry, people who are watching this. I'm trying to keep up. Gabriel's just put a question up saying that he's expecting Bruticus to be the next Legacy Combiner, and to be honest, I completely agree with you. I expect Bruticus next, to be fair. I really think that they will be, because I think they've nailed it with Motormaster and Menasor. Hopefully they can continue and do the same with Bruticus. It'd be nice to have a really good Bruticus stood right next to that Menasor, and then of course if they do, then they'll just end up doing them all, obviously. Repaints are better than repacks. Looking at Earthrise Kingdom Wheeljack. Funnily enough, you should mention that. Crimson, I picked up a total bargain the other day. I picked this guy up for £6. Because I didn't have him, I thought I've got to have that, even though it's just... Because I've got the Netflix one, so I never bothered with it first time round. I never bothered with it at all. But for that price, it was rude not to. Especially when I like to collect variants. I think that's what they do a lot of, though, don't they? Exactly. £6, nothing like a crazy price. I want to protect the bots next. Defensor's good. Legacy Bruticus would be good, but I often feel computer and Abominus. Do you know what? You're probably right, but to be fair, Adam, Abominus got a really good... their Power of the Primes, I think, was actually really good. I think the Combiner Wars Computron was awful. I'm looking at it right now up there. It's not that good. Same as Lyokaiser was awful. But the Abominus in the Power of the Primes a couple of years later was much better. Much better, to be honest. They do a Generation Selects one. Adam, check it out. Check out Generation Selects, Takara Tomy Select, Abominus. It's brilliant. It's a really good set. Matter what battles I need to put tip on raw legs for a minute. Yeah, Ferrari Earthrise Wheeljack is a loose arm. Exactly, go for it. It's good to, yeah, check it out. It's a nice one. It really is good. Have I got Legacy Black Zarek? I can't believe the price on the Entertainer. That's my... Legacy Black Zarek is tied at the moment with Motormaster for my figure of the year at the moment. Pattern, they will do a re-release of older figures, get the cash on it. Yeah, that's it. They always use inputs in now. Yay! They always use the mould at least once, don't they? Which they should do, because they've got to make some money off it. Megatron swore in the Power of the Primes when Predator King's head was thrown at him. Did he? I've not seen these. I've not seen them at all. They all fall over. A wonderful design feature. Inputs, reviews and customs is in. David's in. Inputs in. If you know Takara Mang, and you will see. That could be good, actually. Input, I was just singing your praises a second ago, buddy. Look at this. See? It's there. It's still there. The review's coming up, but it's still here in my room. Just singing your praises, buddy. Great version. The new shadow strip looks so neat. Yeah, I wonder why they... Can somebody clarify to me what the... why they... I don't know why they've called him shadow strip. Surely it was just G2 Breakdown. What happened there? I don't know. I wish I knew. Somebody asked me. I don't know. I'm being honest. Yeah, David, this is a custom. This is a custom made by Input. He's made Nacelle out of a Thundercracker. and it's brilliant, isn't it? So David's not seen this, so yeah, Input made this. Yeah, there he is. That is very impressive. See, there you go. You obviously know Input, so have a chat to him. That's it. Marcus has got it as well. That's why I thought I had my kids, but they're not. They're still asleep. It's midnight. It's 5 past midnight. This is. I'm probably going to do about half an hour more, to be fair. Got loads on tomorrow, and we've been going ages. Yeah, and this, you should do more of it. What's he got? Always nice. Appreciate customs. Yeah, that's it. I'm not. It's a weird. I'm not sure, honestly. It's a weird. No, it's a character. Real raw energon. Nacelle was a BotCon exclusive figure from years and years ago, and just a figure that never got made. But it was a redeco of, was it Thrust? Was it a G1 Thrust that they did? Something like, I'm sure it was a redeco, not a G1 Thrust, of a Universe Thrust figure. I'm trying to see if that book's on the floor. And Input did a more up-to-date version of it. It's true, Brain BotCon. Oh, Shadow Strip. Okay, yeah, I don't know why they changed Shadow Strip's name. I want to know why, because it's G2 Drag Strip, not Shadow Strip, using the prototype thrust colours. I got that one right, Crimson. I did get that right. That's okay. Black Strip says, maybe you're right. You're probably right, but it's not. It's Drag Strip, isn't it? It's just G2 Drag Strip. Why couldn't they say that? Do you know what? In fact, talking about that, the thing that confused me, and I'll admit to this. Here's something I'm going to admit to for ages. That's blown my mind for ages. This guy here, Generation 2, Dreadwing and Smokescreen. Now, I couldn't get my head around for ages. I was like, what's Smokescreen doing? What is Smokescreen doing with Duke Nukem is here? There he is, perfect. What is Smokescreen doing with Dreadwing? And then, of course, you find out that it's just a completely different character that they've changed. They've just added new characters in because it's G2. But that was frying my head for ages. Better than landing strip and making a female transform. Very clever. Very, very clever. Very clever. But yeah, they do that. It is great, but it fried my head for ages with the why Smokescreen there. Why Smokescreen there? He's an Autobot. But of course, he's not in G2, it's just a different character. I might for Legacy Prime, Dreadwing and Skyquake. Hope they're all good. Yeah, there's loads there, isn't there? There's too much going on. This weekend's going to be brilliant. I have the RID record. Ooh, I've got Dreadwing and Smoke Jumper from RID. That must be the ones that Pete's on about. I don't know what that is. I'm helping a guy with his channel who might sell me a G2 Skyquake. No missile launchers though. G2 Skyquake's class. Don't worry about the missile jumpers. Don't need. Skyquake's a brilliant figure. It's possible to see Commander Thunderclash retool after Commander Mode. I would imagine so, yeah. Thunderclash, they could easily do. I think we've discussed this on one of the last ones we did, that they could definitely do Thunderclash out of the Motormaster mould because of the base mode and everything like that. It looks exactly like the old Thunderclash, so I think they could. And I think it'd be brilliant as well, to be honest, if they did. I would love to have the Predator jets. Crimson, what like these ones? Like these ones. These ones. That's the only ones I can reach at the moment. But yeah, they're amazing. The Predator jets are fantastic. And Gabriel, if you're still on, that's what I was on about. Look, Gig. Italian, Gig. See there, maybe a Gig. Do you ever... Right, I've got to catch up now. Let me go. Get Japanese punish. I think I need to add myself out. I love Machine Wars. Yep. Predator Jets. Use their box off of Machine Wars. Do I have a very per movie? Now we're showing off G1.5. Sorry, what? Do I have a very per movie? What do you mean very per movie? G1. Duke Nukem, is that a typo, or am I being silly because I don't understand? Do I have a very per movie? I don't know. I don't know what it is. He's going to let me know, hopefully. He's going to re-ask that question. Pre-movie. Do I have any diaclone? I've only got the diaclones that I've picked up. Actually, that's a fib. That's a fib. There's one figure that I went out and I just brought it because because it's the infamous red tracks. I wanted to get red tracks, so I went and got it. I've got a red Sunstreaker, and I picked up a Valkyrie not by mistake, because it was in a collection. And which other one have I got? The diaclone skids, yeah, just to get the motor scooter. The motor scooter never came with them. I'm sure that's one of the things. Have you ever seen the Cyber Missions web cartoons? You can see them. Diaclone. Oh, of course they did. The diaclone one did, but skids didn't. That's it. Space Bridge Paul has got some of them. Machine Wars, the Beast Wars, Two's Dirge and Thrust. I've got the only diaclone ones I've got is them ones. I've got Microman, or is it Micro Change, the original Black Perceptor. Kurt Klein's in, excellent. I can grab that one quickly because it's here. Here we go. Yeah, there's red tracks. So this is the diaclone version because it's got the CS on the bonnet, which stood for Corvette Stingray. So it's the diaclone version, not the MB red tracks. So this is the only one that I specifically went out and brought. Did Crosscut come with a scooter? I don't know, to be honest with you. Diaclone. Yeah, the others, they're too much. They're too expensive to go. But this one I specifically thought, you know what? I've got to get a red tracks. It's Road Rage as she's known now, because obviously she's on the box. She's on the back of the box of all 85 boxes. And I don't know if you can see, but they're blue. Oh, of course, you've probably seen the new Kingdom version of her. But yeah, so... Oh, there's adverts. Is there adverts going on? Crosscut the scooter. Maybe I'll go into Diaclone after the Diaclone Blue Street goes. Crimson, if Pete's there. If Phil was in the chat with you right now, I've managed to source him one as well, and he did pay a pretty hefty price for his one, but he's got a beautiful blue Datsun. He's definitely got one of them, which is obviously good. There's adverts in here now. I don't know if you're still there, but it's on the screen in front of me. There's adverts. Tracks is an unusual story. Let me read this. Never liked the look of track, never liked the gosh. Is your comic book collection is something you have? Kid, or you buying back issues? Don't they all do it after command? There's adverts on here, which is strange. My comic collection. Do you know what? There's a you know, when I suppose is it classed as fate or something like this? I'll tell you the story of my comics. You might find it interesting. I don't know. It's you know, when things just sort of everything just aligns up for you to have them. So I went to a stag do. I went on a mate's stag do, and I was doing a bodybuilding competition at the same time. So I wasn't drinking. But I was still out. I was still having fun, and of course, all my mates were completely tanked up. They'd been drinking all night. What's this? What do I think of the toy line? I think the Diaclone, or the new ones, are amazing. He's got loads in it. And anyway, long story short, so because I was completely sober, I was what's the word? I was on eBay messing around, and I found Transformers Complete Collection comics, the whole G1 entire run, and it was like really cheap, but it was collection only. It was only collection only, and so what I did was unbelievably, from where I was in the stag do, it was about 15 minutes away. So I put a bid in and I won, and I picked them up on the way home the next day. So pure fluke. I sold all mine when I was a kid, and then I managed to pick up the entire run, the entire complete collection of I think it was about £100. I mean, it was so cheap, it was silly, for all 332. And it was just one of them ridiculously lucky things that I was in the vicinity, I was out, and I was awake late at night and managed to see it and find it, and I won it. So it was crazy. That was honestly, it was 2010. It was my mate's stag do. Thanks for stopping up, Bumble Jumper. Nice to speak to you again. Yeah, literally, it was his stag do. I was competing, so I wasn't allowed alcohol. And yeah, so I was on eBay, and that's it. It's really it's mental, honestly. Yeah, exactly, destiny, that's a good word for it. Couldn't believe it. It just sort of happened. So I picked them up on the way home, so I came back with the entire comic collection. So there you go. Definitely wanted them. Didn't. And then I've picked up a few since then as well. Yeah, so okay, so Gabriel, I imagine that they will do them. Gig, or Jig as it was pronounced, is the old company that used to make Transformers in Italy. G1 Definitive. What's this? That's still really cheap. That is still really cheap. For all them books, they were a tenner each when they first came out. Guzzy, and there's obviously 100 of them. They cost £1,000 initially, so that's a great bargain. Pete, when you finished on there, message me on Instagram at the cover of that diaclone book, please. I'd love to see that. I know that you know, you're on about the scooters. I know that Paul from the Space Bridge has got actual what's that, green, actually has some of the scooters. I've got some figures from Greece. I've got El Greco figures. I've got some sealed figures from Greece, to be honest. Yeah, ironically enough. David, this is an El Greco mint on seal card sea spray. And this is what's really cool about the El Greco cards. Look at the artwork on the back. You can't see it very well. Yeah, so that's El Greco. Yeah, there you go. So random again, destiny, it's here. I've got a few of them. There we go. That's awesome. The Diaclone book is a reboot, has a whole section on the originals, because you're a sub one. They never sent me 10 of the volumes and out of print. Sea changes, yeah, that's it. To be fair, the Hatchet part works, I had so many issues with. Them. Are you still eyeing other e-hobby Diaclone reissues? Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. I'm still after the ones I want at the moment. Yes, I'm still after a few, to be honest, and I just keep seeing them and then letting them go, and then seeing them and letting them go. I want the Guardian, which is the blue and white Omega Supreme. I say want, that sounds awful. I'm looking out for that one. I'm looking out for Fire Guts Jinrai still, and the blue Magnus Cab movie edition, which came out at the same time as the Shining ones, I think. Yeah, the e-hobby versions. That's the 3 top e-hobby figures that are on my list of wants. I've seen them on eBay, but I'm just not paying that sort of price, not at the moment. There's too many other things I want to get, and again, if I wanted them, I would go to I'd use the Japanese auction websites, where they're half the price of that, to be honest, if not more than half the price of that, because of course they're Japanese figures and they're made in Japan. Fire Guts Jinrai in Japan, he's at least half the price of what he is, which you see on standard eBay. So I can wait. I've got other things on the pipeline. As I said, I don't know if people remember or people know. I've secured, I don't have every single one in hand on me at the moment, but I've secured the last couple of figures that I needed. Yeah, he's right, to complete the entire G1 collection. So although I don't physically have them all here, they're coming as I'm paying them off bit by bit. So yeah, they're coming. I can't wait to get hold of all of them, because then that's it. Then I can start to look everywhere else as well. And yeah, David's just put a comment up there. People who don't know, and again, I tell everybody this, I think it's buy.jpn or whatever, is an amazing Japanese auction website. It's just the same as eBay, but it's Japanese and it's in Japan. So you can find the Japanese figures that you want at reasonable prices. It's very good to go. Do I mean Battle Gaia? It's not called Battle Gaia. I know exactly what you mean. It was in the normal Ultra Magnus box. It's basically their version. I think it was a Delta Magnus re-one. Which is the G1 or G1 inspired figure that you want the most? Good question. Probably that one, yeah. Because it's the original, isn't it? It's the original, like, powered convoy or whatever it is. It's the original, and even though I wasn't really going down the diaclone alley or all that sort of stuff, I think you just start to appreciate them even more, the fact that they came out before. Oh, Pete sent it already. Thanks very much, Pete. It's just came in. I can see on the top of that. I suppose that, to be honest, yeah, and as we've already discussed a bit about an hour or two ago, Duke, I'm really looking forward to the Victory Sabre from HasLab as soon as they also send that. That's something I'm really looking forward to at the moment as well. Delta Magnus is cool. Of course, just like the Shatter Glass, isn't it? And I keep looking at Diaclone now, and I really wish I didn't, because I've just started looking at them. And that's just something that's like, right, thank you for stopping on. Good night. Guzzy, what time is it now? Yeah, maybe another 15 minutes or so. You all must be bored of me by now anyway. But I need to do this more. I do need to do this more, at least once a month. It should be done once a month. I thought you were talking about the G1 figures you have on a waiting list. Oh, yeah, okay. So the figures that I've got... no, the figures that I've got on a waiting list, or the figures that I'm paying off on a payment plan, are only G1. I've got none of the newer eHobby figures on that at all at the moment. Yeah, that's why I've just got that head on it. I haven't bothered with the skull head. I've just put the normal Delta Magnus head on it. So yeah, I can send you more if you like. I'll let you know. So I'm getting messages on here and everything, because my sister got him and he looks awesome. Yeah, he's brilliant. The Shattered Glass, I just love that from day one, to be honest. In future we'll see Masterpiece. I definitely think so, Gabriel. 100% we will get Super Jinrai as a Masterpiece figure. In fact, I'm surprised that we haven't, because of how big a character he is in Japan. Obviously, when we got the first Star Saber years and years ago, a lot of mainstream people were like, didn't even know who he was. And he still sold pretty well, so I'm really surprised we haven't got a Jinrai, to be honest. What's the most valuable figure in your collection that you have? Again, that's speculative. I'll answer it, but it's speculative because it depends where you are. Oh, perfect. You go and enjoy your live stream as well. I'll tell everybody to come there afterwards then, but it's speculative, isn't it? It depends where you are. Obviously, the Japanese figures everywhere outside, even in Japan, to be fair, are what's the word? They're expensive everywhere, but they're not as expensive in Japan. So probably it's either going to be, to be fair, yeah, Grand Max is there, Big Powered is there, but I've got an AFA 85. I think it's the highest graded gold box, Optimus Prime sealed. So that when they did the reissues, the gold boxes, I believe that mine's got the highest grade on record, the 85 one. So that's pretty valuable, obviously. And then also, that's a Mexican sealed Thundercracker graded as well. So it's probably one of them four. HasLab figure will be Desirous. I guess there were some clues that may have indicated that. I don't know if it'll be a HasLab figure, Pathosis, but on the box art there was Desirous' ship, and the top of the box was Desirous' head looking down. So that's one as well. Graded Predators, that's awesome. Gig variants, yeah, graded Predators. Got the other four lined up as well. I've got 4 English versions of them as well lined up, sealed as well, but not graded yet. What's this? Yeah, Pathosis. The reason why David's saying thank you is because you called him Desirous and not Deathsaurus. We've already had the big discuss and debate about that earlier in this chat and in this stream. So there you go. That's why he's saying that. The Predators. I'd love to see Predators. I'd love to see new Predators, to be fair. I think they make them brilliantly. Same as the Turbo Masters, they can make them. There's no excuse for them now. I think the demand is big enough. I think they've got enough popularity, and I think enough people would go for it, to be honest. I think they should definitely look at doing them. Right. I'm going to have to do another one of these, maybe a bit later, doing 11 till 2 or something. I'm going to say about another 10-15 minutes, guys. Sorry to knock it on its head, but I've got 3 kids and I need to look after them in the morning, with my wife, of course. But it's late, and I've had a great time doing this. And again, apologies for the beginning where we all messed up. Right, what's he got a picture of a lamb for? I forgot the reason why they went by Devastator. I hate, just because they messed around. It's crazy, the old advert that we see on YouTubers from one of my old tapes. Such a wild time. Which one's that, David? For me, a Pan's Hobby Fab. That looks good. Super Gin Ryan got arm up. It's €500 is crazy, isn't it? It is so expensive what they are. TF fans, Turbo Masters and Predators. Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay. It's a goat. It's a goat. I think I know why he's put that now. I'm not a goat. I'm just a normal person with a big toy collection. That's all it is. That's all I am. See, this is I suppose the spoils of not drinking alcohol very much, or smoking ever. So that's where all my money went. I'm gonna have to see if I can find that then, David. I'm gonna find out. I probably have seen it on your channel, actually. To be fair, I like that. Brandon's still awake. Good on him. And again, thanks to the UK guys who are still up now, who are still in the chat, because it is past midnight right now. That's it, Adam. We're all the same. Just don't drink, don't smoke. Still have fun, obviously. Still go out. Well, I used to drink when I was younger. Of course I did. I was a teenager, early 20s. Everybody does. But as you get older, I'd rather spend the money on toys. Literally rather spend the money on toys. And neither do you, David. Fantastic. There you go, you see. So, perfect. That's the reason why I've got so many figures, and I admit it straight away. There you go. You see, all the people now are just starting to which is perfect. As I say, thank you, Magnum. Thanks for jumping in, pal. Everybody, Gabriel, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for changing it from caps lock, so you're not shouting at us. No, I don't do testosterone replacement therapy. TRT, I've never needed it. I'm only 43. And again, just a healthy lifestyle, to be fair. There you go, Brandon as well, seeing how much he saved. Optimus Toys, thank you very much. Good night, it was fun. But again, I'm just a normal. I'm only 5'7" and all that, so I'm not. Good night, TF fan 217. I'm not like huge. Yeah, everybody's starting to go now, which is perfect because it'll make it easier for me to say bye bye to everybody in a minute as well. There's Poona Forager. There's more people coming in, and I feel really bad now because I'm going in a minute. But yeah, it has been fun, and of course, if you have just caught this late, it will of course just be available to just watch over and over again, no problem whatsoever. Same height there. There you go. I'm just a normal little guy. I just train. It's just my job. So, and I started weightlifting properly when I was about 19, 20. So I've been doing it for some time. And that's why we do it. 6'1". Pete's holding out until the end. I've got to check out the masterforce review with the angry comment. Honestly, he went nuts at me. He called me a Hasbro suck up. He called me everything. He said, I'm just trying to get... I said, look, I really like this figure. I'm sorry. But Brandon, you've met me. You're about a foot taller than me. And I said, have you not seen my Minerva review? I just completely scathed it. But yeah, so there you go. If you're wondering what that was... I was referring earlier that somebody completely, well, they just went, you can have a look at it, read the comments in on my Motormaster review, because I spoke really highly of it and said how good it was, and I failed to notice that the wheels were quite small on the back. He just completely went off in my comments, never watching him again, doesn't know what he's talking about, Hasbro suck up, la 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 la, and I just thought, I'm sorry, I like the figure, and well, you can see the comments, you can read it back yourself. It was quite an entertaining to and fro. If you want a bit of entertainment after, Motormaster is fantastic. Honestly, he went nuts on me. Hasbro suck up, just want this, just want that. No, he's not in here. I think he said he's never watching me again. He said he's never watching me again. And I'm a joke and a waste of space. And I don't know whatever else he put. I'm sure they're still there. But yeah, there you go. That's just my opinion. I'm quite lucky that I'm easily pleased. Motormaster I think is fantastic. I've been dead honest in all my things. I've said that I like things. I've said I think things can be better. Sometimes I'm a little more biased towards G1 figures because I've got that nostalgia. But a lot of the times, if I don't like it, that's it. Yeah, I love it when people troll me. Minosaur needs better poseable feet though. You're probably right, to be honest. Yeah, because you can't pose him. I'm looking at him right now. Yes, Poona, you've just jumped in a bit late, Poona, but I don't like Minerva at all. Not impressed. She's just... And I don't really like the new Scorponok either, to be fair. Sandstorm was one of them. And... that's it. I don't like that. I don't really like the Sandstorms. So, sorry. Yeah, he was Sandstorm in the Legacy line. He was Scorponok. This one. This is why I've not even got him out yet. I've done all the other three. So I've done Goldbug, I've done Ransack, and I've done Skywask, but I've not even took Predacon Scorponok out yet because I'm not that fan of him. But I need to do it to get the box away and just get it done. So yeah, there's some figures which I don't like, and some figures which are way better than others. But again, there'll be somebody else who's got the exact opposite opinion of mine. Someone else who think that that's the best figure in the box, and that's the beauty of what makes us who we are and what we do. There's always going to be a few. Change Minosaur head with Motormaster head and you will see it is cool. Bye. Let's see if I can do that for you now then. Can I do that? I don't even know. I can't. I'll have a go at doing that for him. I'm going to have a go at doing this for Gabriel while we're sat in here chatting and I'm just about to finish off. Can I do it? Probably not, actually, no. Yeah, exactly. I always say in my videos as well, it's just my opinion, and I do, I always say it, this is just little old me who's got a lot of toys. Oh, I'll have a go at doing it another time, Gabriel. I'll definitely have a go at doing it for you because it sounds quite fun. Yeah. Tracks for me, you see now, the Ragu Overlord, now, Tracks for me, agreed, is a weak figure. Agreed is a weak figure. But I wouldn't say I dislike it. I'm saying there's a lot of QC issues and they could have done better. And I said that in the video. I said, but for me, who's lucky enough that I'm not really even going to play with it. So again, that's slightly different. I'm not going to play with it. I'm just going to stick it on a shelf. So for me, this the aesthetic side of that. That looks great. In my opinion, I still think the Binaltex version of Tracks is best. I think the Binaltex version of Tracks is better than the Masterpiece version of Tracks, but that's just my opinion. Masterpiece Tracks is okay, but the Binaltex version is far superior because it's all metal. And I just like that because it reminds me of being a G1 figure again. Luckily, that's not Hasbro's. That's anybody who makes the figures. That's a big get out of jail with me because I don't play with them. But I do sometimes say that in the videos that, look, I appreciate people who are going to play with this. This is going to cause a problem or this is going to cause an issue. But for me, you just, a lot of the time, we'll just pick a figure up, open it up and stick it on a shelf. I still need a new Discord link. Right, I will send you one in a bit then, Duke. As soon as I've finished on here, I'll send it you on email and then you can join it that way. It probably is very easy, but I'm in the middle of a chat, Gabriel, so I'll have another go at doing it. Kingdom Tracks looks amazing. That's it. What is your next G1 on your list you really want? I've got them all. I've got them all. They're not all here yet. The one that I really want and the one that I really want to do a good review on is Browning. Browning is the one that I really want to do a good review on, but that's not here yet at all. That'll be here soon. Yeah, that's the one. So that includes, I've got them all. Got them all. Yes, that includes Guard City, David. I've got them all. Guard City, Battle Gaia, Minerva, all 4 of the Japanese cassettes. Everything that's in this book. Everything. Gabriel, I'm not going to start transforming figures for you if you've already seen it and you know what it looks like. What's the other ones? Again, you've already seen the Diaclone ones. Yeah, Pathosis. Yes, I've got a Guard City. You've got Super rare. Okay, right, because you guys have been on here for ages and because you've been here since the beginning, and the reason why I haven't showed it off yet is because I've not fully paid for it, but it is here. Would you like me to show you Guard City? Would you like me to show you Guard City as a bonus? The reason why it's not showed off yet is because it's not paid for. It's here because somebody trusts me really well to let me still pay them in installments. But if you want to see Guard City, I'll show you Guard City. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. There's Guard City. There you go. There he is. It's just, I suppose the reason, like the ones that I haven't paid for fully yet. Yeah, I just do that. I don't allow it myself to sort of own it yet, but it's there. It's all in the box. It's all complete, and that's a massive coupon here because people didn't even know I've got that. So I like to do, I suppose, little bonuses on here. But yeah, there you go. There's Guard City. So there you go. Usually it's Pete. Usually it's Pete saying, "Where's this? Where's that?" and then he's spoiling things. But there you go. I've done it. Is it reused? It's reused. It's reused Defensor art. It's the Japanese Defensor art. They've just changed the colours. So when I do an unboxing of this, Pete, you just told me it's easier, Gabriel, but you haven't done it yourself. So I'm not taking it apart. So it's got all of them bits. It's got the full. It's got this. This is what's amazing. It's got the catalogue. It's got the catalogue. It's got the Operation Combination toy line. So when I do an unboxing of this, any of you guys who are in here, you're not allowed to guess because you'll know what it is. I was going to unveil it at Christmas because that's when it'll be paid for. So, but yeah, it's all there, all the bits, even the little ones. So first aid's got an orange chest. I don't think they've taken this out of the box, you know. They won't come out. Streetwise is red. Blades is not coming out, or the new version of Blades is. Oh, I've got him out. There's blue Blades. Anyway, I'm going to put. I got it from a. Pete, this is honestly the God's honest truth from this. Rudy, you're still on? I thought you were gone to bed. Somebody messaged me on. They'd seen my channel. They'd seen me talking like this. They just sent me a message. It's come from Canada. He just said I'm selling some figures which you might be interested in, and he contacted me direct on Facebook, and we just started chatting, and I said I'd love them. He says, but I haven't got that sort of money. I said, but this is what I can do, and I can pay you little bits in here, a little bit, let's say a little bit here, a little bit here, and he was more than happy with that. And that again, that is why I'm selling lots of the movie figures to fund all these sorts of things. But I brought a load off him, and then the real ambush. How difficult is that? Oh, Rudy's there listening. And then because I paid some of it, he just sent it with the box of everything else that I did pay. He said, I trust you. there you go. So yeah, it's been sitting here for ages, but I've just not said anything. Yes, it did, Brandon. Brandon, you've been a great help getting towards it. I think someone's asked how difficult is it. I've only ever seen 2 others. I think I've seen 2 other sets in the time that I've been collecting Japanese figures properly. So that's about 14 years. I've probably only ever seen 2 other sets. So quite rare. In-box figures will be very, I've only ever seen, yeah, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even seen Chuck put one up. I saw Chuck put a Battle Gaia up, but not one of these. So I don't know. But anyhow, that's made me go over at least another 15 minutes. So I think it is. I think it's most people's grails, to be honest. I know a lot of people who say they will never bother with it because it's just a repaint, which it is a repaint, of course. But yeah, yes, Pete, I did. I carried on getting them all. They're all present and accounted for. So Battle Gaia's done as well. Not boxed though. Battle Gaia's loose. But there we go. So there was another coop. There seems to be coops on these lives all the time. I end up showing people things that I don't intend to, but it's nice. It's fun. It's fun to share, as we say, and I suppose in a way it gives you guys something to look forward to as well, because I know that a lot of the core fans on here are G1 like myself, and I know that they like to see things like that, so it's nice to show you things like that as well. So but I really am going to call it a day in 4 minutes because it's 1:45 and it's been great. I've had great fun doing it. And then what I'm going to say is, so for Gabriel, apologies, I'm not going to do Motormaster, but I will do it. But again, and this applies to everybody, I don't mind getting anything, you know. I'll show you when I announce that I'm going to do a live again. Just leave in a comment what you want to see, and I can line them all up there, and then we can just have a look at them throughout the stream or whatever. To be fair, I've got a pretty another yes, to be fair, they're all repaints. This is another, not argument, but a discussion that I say to people all the time. People are like, oh, I'm sick of Hasbro doing repaints. I'm like, they've always done it. They've always done it. Yeah, if you leave a comment, then I can just get a figure out and then leave them all there and people can have a look at them if they want, or I'll show them if you want to see them as well. But it's funny though, isn't it? It is funny, people moan now about the repaints. And especially when you look at Trailbreaker, I mean, there was a blue, a yellow, a black, and of course Skids, there was the silver, the black, the red, the blue, all, even before they were Transformers, they repainted. And the biggest one that makes me laugh and people still don't see it is like the G1 Seekers. They were always, even though they changed the cone heads, you just kept their thing up, they just changed the wings, they were still the old, they was just still the same mold, they just reused over and over again. So it's funny when people, I suppose, they don't consider it, they just forget it, that it's another mold. Right guys, I'm going to start to wrap it. I'm a bit partial to repainting, at least Seekers love army build. Exactly, you can't, building Seekers is brilliant, isn't it? Thanks for all the videos again. It was no problem, the real fanboys. Thank you for jumping on board and thank you for being here, to be honest. I know, I can't believe how fast it's gone. It's literally just disappeared, but I will do another one. I think I'll probably start making them monthly, to be honest, because they are so much fun and there's always so much going on and there's just so much to share and so much to show, I suppose, as well, isn't there? And of course, as my collection is progressing and changing and moving, it's interesting to keep you guys updated as well. But there we go, guys. I'm going to definitely call it an end right now. Huge thank you for everybody for staying on, for jumping in. Sorry if you've only been in it for a few minutes. What's this? Come on, it's just 1 minute. What's he want me to do? He wants me to change. I'll do it another time, Gabriel. It's not that easy because you look. There's Menasor. What you're asking me to do is to disconnect all this back part and just change the head. If it was as simple as popping the head out, I would. I can't do it. I've got to take all this off, okay? I'll do it in another video, and I'll do it for you. I'll dedicate it direct for you, but I can't. It's not as simple as you think it is because the back of Motormaster's head is in there. So there you go. There you go. Thank you, everybody else. I'll have it ready for him. I'll do that. I do it. I do as much as I can for everybody, but it's late. But he's persistent, isn't he? There we go. Jake's laughing. I'm going to email you that code now, buddy. All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for jumping in, Marcus. Thank you, everybody, for taking part. It was great fun. It really was. Thanks again for hosting the stream. Let's take care. Hopefully I'll see you in it. Yes, you will indeed, David, very soon. I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks very much. Thanks for jumping in, Pete. Thanks for the messages. Take care, everybody. Catch up with you soon.